never learning the choice. They build their temples out of paper and glass, then scream when the fire crawls up from the past. You speak in circles, I cut through the static. Every word a glitch, every thought automatic. Blind lead the blind and they march to the beat of a signal corrupted, a lie on repeat. Turn down the volume, turn off the feed. Dumb fills the air like a sickness I breathe. They beg for wisdom but worship the fools. Tuning it out, I rewrite the rules. I bring the silence, let the dead air rain. Drown out the static, let the white noise fade. No gods, no prophets, just echoes and dust. Tuning you out, cause I've heard enough. They fear the quiet like it holds the truth, so they scream out lies just to fill the room. Empty heads echo opinions on loop, dressed up like wisdom but stinking of crew. Every click, every sound, just a cog in the grind. A circus of noise for a carnival mind. I see the script, I know how it ends. No signal, no voices, just silence instead. Turn down the volume, turn off the feed. Dumb fills the air like a sickness I breathe. They beg for wisdom but worship the fools. Tuning it out, I rewrite the rules. I bring the silence, let the dead air rain. Drown out the static, let the white noise fade. No gods, no prophets, just echoes and dust. Tuning you out, cause I've heard enough. Static in the veins, white noise in the skull. They sell you the answers, but none of it's full. Mute all the voices, erase every name. In the void of the silence, we're all the same. The dead air rain, cause I've heard enough.
And we're live. Damn it. My phone was being shown to them. And we're live.
And we're live. Hey, Suzu. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Starwin. Hey, Lion. Hey, Masuda.
Hi, Star. Hi, Taco.
How y'all doing?
How is everyone doing today?
Feed. We baited y'all. There's no feed.
No, actually, it was a honeypot.
Yes.
So today is gonna be like a bit of a short stream. We're gonna end the stream like 1.5 hours earlier.
Yeah.
So that way I have like a little bit of time to edit a video for tomorrow. And me and Zen have an appointment at 7 in the morning, which means getting up at 5 in the morning.
Yep.
That's fun. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? Actually, I know how you're doing. You're exhausted.
Yeah.
Hi, Filthy.
Hey, Filthy.
Hi, Wyatt. How you guys doing?
How you both doing?
Could be better. It was a rough work day due to being short-staffed.
Oh, no.
Hi, Dragon. How you doing?
Hey, Dragon.
The Nerdy Fox and the Zenny. Joke's on you. Zenny in Ragnarok Online is money. So you just called him money. And Masuda, I completely know what you're talking about. I had a really rough day at work. I had to play fucking Overwatch. Anyone want to switch with me?
Hey, Chen. Hey, Garbage.
How you guys doing? But on the plus side, I watched a dog driving a motorcycle with another dog as a passenger.
Oh,
Like IRL? Huh? The snowstorm has settled down and everything is back to normal? Hell yeah. I hope nothing serious happened. Okay,
yeah.
now I see who the instigator is. Star started working and he add Mike. So Mike started working. It's Star who starts all of this. He's the one who instigates Mike to twerk back.
Not all the time.
But it's my canon now.
No, you're right.
Hi Billy, how you doing?
Hey, Billy.
Now that you're out, alas, within a game, I'll Okay, never mind then.
Must have been a Yakuza game.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised. Once I'm back at work, I'll be missing streams or really late to them. Because I, for example, wouldn't be home till another hour from now at this time. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
In which case, you guys might be happy to hear this. In 2-3 months, something like that, somewhere after we cross the 1 year mark, the streams are gonna be longer. So you guys shouldn't feel bad about missing them. I mean, missing portions. Are you so confused? You know what?
No, because wouldn't they be missing more now? Because we're streaming longer.
Okay,
They
you know what, guys? Zen has spoken few words.
Yeah, feel worse. No, I'm kidding,
What
guys.
the? I was trying to make them feel better. I'm doing fine, Star. Longer? How is that possible? Well, I'll be extending the streams by an hour or 2 hours, but in return, there's gonna be a whole day out of the week where I might not be streaming. I'm trying to. There's a lot of stuff during the stream that I really want to do, but there's just not enough time. And I think in the future, having a complete day off will be really good for me. Hi, Dart. How are you doing?
Hey, Darth.
Dark? I said Darth. Hi,
Darth.
Lion.
Hey, Lion. Again.
No. But yeah, today we have a lot of videos. Though we won't have time to play games, but we'll have time to yap.
Mhm.
Yeah, self-care is always important. It really is. Like today I finally took the time. So I think some of you already heard me mention it before. How basically I dried and preserved like our wedding flowers. And today I was trying to like put them in a shadow box so it's like even more preserved. That was like on my to-do list for a long time. Like a pretty shadow box. But in the end, the pretty shadow box that I waited for, it was defected. So I'm so pissed about it. Hi X-Man, how you doing?
Holy crap! It's X-Man. Ever since he started that job, man, he's changed.
He changed. Shadowbox sounds like a magic spell. No, it's a glass frame with a lot of space between the glass and the frame.
Yeah.
Wedding flowers getting married again? I'm talking about the wedding flowers from our wedding. How you doing, Ivan?
Hey, Ivan.
We
You hate wind right now? Oh, it must be windy.
we preserved our wedding flowers. I misheard that as shadow boxing. Okay, Cosmic, how you doing? Yes, we shadow box at our wedding.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, working almost exclusively mornings does that.
Oh damn. But
Yeah.
but at least you have a regular schedule now. That's better though.
Yeah, you have a regular schedule. You know what you're doing throughout the day. And then when you get home, you probably want to draw, chill, do commissions.
Made you comic strips? Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Just get married again, duh. We will be having a renewing vows uh maybe in like a couple of years.
Don't you do that like 10 years, 20 years down the line?
Well, since the first time we eloped, we all want to like my family is like mind fucking me about it.
Oh, no, true. No, you're right. You're right.
So I'm already like in the middle of planning.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Hi Kravak, how are you doing?
Hey, Haverock.
Hi Spin, how are you doing? If you cannot eat them, join them. I like that attitude. Yeah, it was a whole joke about
Stop right
feet.
there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
Filthy Animal cheered. X500. Good for you. It'd be glad for you to have a day off. I was surprised you scheduled yourselves every day.
Aw, thank you so much for the support, Filthy. And honestly, I just really love what I do. And
Yeah,
like
but
with Zen, if he's like really tired after work, he gets to go and rest, but like I don't know, we just love it.
yeah. And I'm addicted to playing games.
Yeah. I just think in the long run I need to force myself to have one day off a week.
Yes, it will be very healthy for you.
Yeah. Like as much as I love streaming and making content every single day, I do think I need to force myself to have a day off to just have a reset. Alive just gaming this evening? Hell yeah. What happened?
I haven't been able to respond, so I just typed it.
Okay, the stage is all yours.
3 a.m. Everyone, Waffle House parking lot. Speaking of art, I might actually be able to post some of what I made, including the comic strips. What are those? Post them if they're safe for work. We got to go tired after the pub. All right, no problem, Darth. Good night. Waffles? Yeah, the Waffle House. No, we fighting at the Waffle House. Honey?
You wanted to speak, so come on.
No, I just want to respond to Cosmin. That's it.
No, come on, do my job now.
Honey,
And
I can't do your job.
no,
No, listen.
do my job now, and I get to just sit back and relax and not do anything.
Honey, you know that ain't gonna work well.
No,
You are the entertainer here. So yes.
no, come on.
Honey, please.
You have a lot of messages to catch up on.
What do you mean? Hey Dusty, how you doing? Renewal of vows. Last I've seen was an uncle 30 years in marriage. No, but like we eloped, so we'll have to when we move to Europe, we're gonna do we're gonna do another we're gonna do an actual small wedding thing with her family, and I'll fly some of my family over. He's right. You're the one with the fluffy tail. Yep. Fox Booba is main entertainer. Exactly. I'm just the stupid. I'm just the stupid side character.
You're calling yourself stupid.
Because I am. I only game. I monkey brain.
You know how hard it is to catch up on everyone's message, and you're complaining, I didn't get to respond to one message. Well, I'm reading like 20 of them. God damn. Try doing that for hours.
No, you're right. Let me see. What was it? Creation manifest. Okay, I'll just.
Yeah, I'll be fixing the channel names on the Discord. I myself, I'm getting lost there every fucking day. I'm sorry. This rebrand on Discord was the worst mistake I have ever made.
I don't see X-Man. What's X-Man's name on Discord?
X-Man.
No, it's not.
Maybe he left the Discord.
Oh, there it is.
Uh-huh. Hi Kuro, sorry. Wait, why sorry? I'm the one who told you to do it according to my template. That's on me. I told you to do it and you did it. So why are you saying sorry? The wind's been messing with my internet last couple of weeks. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Here's Zen. The Bible said, "Love your wife." Never did I say understand them. If you get confused, God knew it would happen. What in a small PP sentence did I just read?
What was that? Garbage?
I mean, maybe I could have done a better job with it. No, you did really good, Curl. It's honestly, I think my idea was really bad
What?
about Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, open three. Hi, Mississippi. How are you doing?
Hey, Gonzo.
Also, open 3 windows of Lifu stream because mouse is acting up. What the fuck? One copy of us is not enough. You need all 3. So you have 6 of us.
I think you just need to pop out the chat, close the YouTube browser, because that takes up a lot, and then just keep up the Twitch one, because it's current.
How is he gonna hear the stream?
Unmute one. Unmute the
Uh-huh.
Twitch.
That was not included in your instructions. All you said was close the stream and pop up the chat.
I said close YouTube
No,
stream.
no. You said close the stream and pop out the chat.
You're right. My bad. Sure. 100%.
My mouse double or triple click when I press down on left. I think you need a new mouse
I think you need a new keyboard. You need a new whole setup, man.
and a new roommate. I'm sorry, Kuro. I'm sorry.
Sorry, every time she says that, like I instantly get reminded of what happened, and I just get heated, bro. I'm sorry. Anyways,
Nah, Fox bad. Fox, shut up.
fuck, shut up.
Lamo? Why are you calling me Lamo? I know it's a type of Lamau, but I like my headcanon more. Hi, Morris. How are you doing?
Cosmic says, "All right, Zen, tell us your experience with gaming." No, it's bad. There you go. End of story. Call of Duty lobbies. Zen is just what is not just any monkey. He's the grease monkey. No, I'm not.
My day has been filled with dealing with nonsense. All I wanted to do was play with the poll that I just finished fixing.
Damn, bro.
What kind of poll? Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Hey, Alex.
Wait, I saw feed and thumbnail. What feed?
Hold on, that's pinned right there. What the hell?
What?
I pinned the wrong message.
Aw, you pinned garbage. Roommate is in Europe at the moment. Typos, lol, and new setup. With what money? I mean, you got a body. Put it to work. I need to stop pimping out the foo-foos. I really think I need to stop pimping them out. Type 1 if I should continue pimping you guys. Work to very end of day from 10 to 20 to 12. Oh, wait, you worked 12, no, 14 hours from 10 in the morning to midnight.
Hey, J Dog.
Holy shit. You should get some rest, Morris.
Yeah, Morris, go
Hi,
sleep.
J-Dog. 1.
Yo, crazy. Havrick chose violence today.
Damn, I didn't even notice I was being pimped out. Hi, Slim. How are you doing?
How you doing, Slim?
1, it's the only attention I ever get.
Oh, that's
Oh my god, it's okay. I'll double the pimping for you guys. You look very pretty in a pink dress.
where my money?
Bitch, you know I love you. Okay, okay. I need to stop before I cancel myself.
I was about to say really bad things.
Okay, so let's start with the videos.
Oh hell yeah, Slim.
I was about to read the message from Slim and he's self-centered. Censored.
No, he didn't. It just double sent.
Ah.
Hey, John.
And good luck with the interview, Slim. You got this.
Yup. Oh
And
no.
hi SCP. $20.
$20.
$20. Hi Sarah. How you doing?
How you doing? Mike saying trying not to fall asleep. I'm failing. Also clip. Maybe.
No. Okay. You guys will like it. You guys will like this video. You remember how yesterday? Yesterday, the story of when I asked Zen to give me a massage. What happened? So, not center.
Hi Raven, how are you?
So today I saw this, and I thought you guys are gonna like it and appreciate the lore. I'm just trying to get a little bit out of the way. I feel like we're not centered. It's kind of bothering me. Okay, I move this a little bit. Okay, so this is lore accurate Zen when I ask him to give me a back rub because my back hurts. And hi Raven, how you doing?
Yeah. Yo, wait.
This is Zen when I ask him for a back rub. I appreciate it. My ass is not an instrument.
You understood the assignment.
Fascinating lore. I was tempted for the stream to edit, like put Zen's head on the octopus and my face on the chick, but I ran out of time today. My bad. So I saw this. I'm like, yeah, that's Zen. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Can you blame him, Lifu? Yeah, I can.
I still massage your back at least 10 to
5
15 minutes. No, that was the first round. And then I did the bongo on your butt to massage your butt because you sit all day. So after that,
What's your excuse of massaging my feet for like 20 minutes? Uh-huh.
what's wrong with me massaging your feet? You're always on your feet.
You massage
No, but
everything except my back.
was the beat Zen? The beat of liberation.
That a thing? Wait. The beat of liberation. Is that a thing? Oh, wait, the One Piece one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you have the same expression when you do it.
What's wrong with that?
You literally have the same expression he has.
Yeah?
I'm over this. I'm mad.
You're an inspiration? Yes, sir.
Fuck. Okay.
I think a lot of people dipped out.
I hate it here.
They were like, nope. I think Raven's gone too.
Raven's like, nope. Not.
Bunch of weirdos.
Or maybe Raven left to be like, TDS, is that what you're trying to play too? Because I'm laughing. And it hurts. No, he typed, and it hurts.
I lost it.
Okay. Let's get into the nitty gritty of the topics. We do have a palate cleanser. And the palate cleanser is kids are little shits. But let's get into the serious topics first.
Okay.
I know I said I'm not gonna do any Assassin's Creed videos anymore or segments, but I'm sorry, the public meltdowns on social media that is happening and the constant like attacking, it's too good to just skip out and not mention it at all. The absolute stupidity I've been seeing lately is mind-boggling. To a point of which I mentioned that now if you criticize Assassin's Creed Shadow, they're trying to Uno reverse you and tell you that you're woke. Like we made a whole circle now. Somehow we were in like freaking, I don't know, Mississippi and ended up all the way in like, I don't know, Greece. Hi Gub, how are you doing?
Hey, Gub.
Yay. Uh-oh. Here's proof. Journalists know Assassin's Creed Shadows has not hit 2 million copies sold. And by the way, that's a whole thing. First, they were saying that, hey, we have 1 million players. And everyone's like, but what's the sale number? What's the sale number? And then all of them were like, yeah, we passed 2 million players. What's the sale number, buddy? What's the sale number? Don't forget, Assassin's Creed Shadow is available on subscription basis on platforms. You don't have to buy the game. Plus, they were giving out the game for free a lot.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And you know, if it weren't for double standards, the media wouldn't have standards at all. A few days ago, in fact, the day after Assassin's Creed Shadows launched, the stock value for Ubisoft plummeted damn near 8%, and what did the media have to say about that?
Not a damn thing.
If you look back, absolutely nobody talked about the stock price dropping. There were no articles written. But today, the stock value for Ubisoft has gone up, at the time of this recording, at around 5%. And what do you see right down?
Is it me or the video is kind of quiet? Oh, it's me. My bad. But also, I want to point out the player base. Steam chart, Assassin's Creed Shadows. So keep in mind, This game is available on all the platforms. You name PlayStation, Xbox. I think they even are planning to release a copy for Switch and PC, of course. This is the player number for PC. This is half, like the peak is half, maybe no, less than half of what Veilguard had. And Dragon Age Division got shut down after Veilguard because they couldn't even recuperate the expenses. So there's a lot of estimations now also how much Assassin's Creed Shadow costed. The estimations people are throwing out is somewhere between 300 and 900 million. I think it's somewhere in the middle. And I mean the game development, the marketing, everything. The delays, everything together. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's 300. I don't think it's 900 million. I think it's in the middle. It's really bad. Like, Ubisoft dug themselves in such a massive hole. Hi, Wicked. How are you doing?
Hey, Wicked, what's up?
I have a friend who got it from the sole purpose of Sparta kicking people through doors. Okay.
It's pretty based.
Both of you to assume I would actually buy this. I bought it. I played it. It's shit.
No. You didn't buy it. We bought it. Everyone in the stream bought it.
Actually, yeah. The game was sponsored by the chat.
Yep.
If you were in Mississippi, that explains the fox I heard screaming last night. I figured you lost Zen somewhere in the woods. No. I'm actually a skinwalker. I'm just saying.
Stop with that.
He really doesn't like when I crack that joke.
I really don't.
You bought a copy too, so you are part of the statistics. I am. Look, you see this dot? Wait. What day I played? You see this dot? That's me. Hi. Hi, A. How are you doing? 600 million seems plausible. Yeah, I think it's somewhere like 500 though. Maybe 600. I'm trying to not to dramatize or like sensationalize the number too much.
I'll say
Mm.
500 or 450 at most.
420.
420.
I'm joking. I think it's more than 400.
Also, how you doing, A-Win?
Yeah, how you doing today? Okay. I was trying to remember what the video is.
Here, the Wall Street Journal says Ubisoft stock surges after strong start for Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, take a look at this chart. News of this movement right here, not even worth mentioning. But this movement over here, where they gain back a portion of what they lost? Well, we all know what journalists have to say about that.
This is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world.
These people are absolutely shameless.
Yeah, I've seen like articles who are saying like this is like the best launch of a game of any Assassin's Creed game. Best Assassin's Creed game ever in the history. No Assassin's Creed game ever had such a big player base. This is historical. Like, Ubisoft is honestly dominating the whole gaming industry by how huge this is.
Who's gonna tell them?
I'm honestly I love the narration they're trying to push. I love it. It's delicious. Num 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 num.
And they either don't do research or they just flat out lie. It's probably a little bit of both, actually. I see a little bit of ignorance and malevolence in the behavior of journalists these days, which explains why so many of these journalists are completely in the tank for this announcement here that Ubisoft put out, where they are bragging about 2 million players that Assassin's Creed Shadows has and acting as though this is equivalent to 2 million sales. Case in point, as we discussed this.
Wait, how much did Star Wars Outlaws have? I'm just curious. Star Wars Outlaw team chart. Oh God.
There's no way it was that low.
Wait, on Steam it was.
I wonder if it was more of a console side than anything. And Ubisoft does have their own launcher too.
Yeah. Wait. I'm just curious now. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I'm just saying, bro.
Odyssey wasn't right away on Steam, right?
Try Valhalla.
Where's the Valhalla one?
That wasn't on Steam right away either.
No. Oh, apparently I cannot type. Brotherhood? No.
No, it was published on Steam like late.
Origin, Rogue, Revelation. Bad though. Wait, now I want to see Veilguard again. Veilguard.
That's crazy, bro.
Veilguard had a higher number. And Veilguard was available on consoles too. On day
Yeah.
one.
Hey, Wayne.
That is crazy. Hi, Wayne. If memory serves, this game is doing worse than Veilguard did. Yes. Odyssey wasn't exactly a masterpiece either. Yeah, I remember. No surprise. Snow White flop hard. Yeah. Oh, Assassin's Creed Rogue has a hilarious main character. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I'm done.
This morning, PC Gamer tried to equate 2 million players for Assassin's Creed Shadows with 2 million sales that were announced by Kingdom
Oh
Come.
yeah, some journalist was comparing it to Kingdom Come Deliverance and saying, "See, we're doing better than you guys, bro." You proclaim Ubisoft proclaimed themselves as a Quadra A company. You're comparing it to Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Like, what are we huffing there by this point? If a quote-unquote gaming journalist doesn't know the issue of comparing those two, I'm sorry, but no one can help you. Plus, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 2 million copies sold. You have 2 million players. I think there's a little bit of a difference.
Come Deliverance 2.
You liar!
Well, I have found evidence that actually, definitely, shows that Shadows has not sold 2 million units. The reason we know this is because Assassin's Creed Valhalla did not achieve that feat themselves. That game did not sell 2 million at launch, and as reported on by game journalists like Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming, Shadows is still trending behind Valhalla. This definitively proves that Ubisoft is intentionally using deceptive language to
Yeah, and by the way, that's like very, very common practice in marketing as well. Like specifically picking specific words to overblow the numbers without like actually providing the factual information. Because technically they're not lying. They could have definitely crossed 2 million players, considering that it's provided on subscription basis on platforms. Technically they probably didn't lie, right? So in total there's like, you take the Steam ones, you take the Uplay ones, you take the PlayStation ones, and you take the Xbox ones. Anyone who ever interacted with the game in like the subscription base, you would be automatically counted as part of the player base. So let's say it popped up on your subscription for free, right? And you just clicked on it to download and opened it, you already automatically are counted as a player base. Even if you play just 5 minutes.
Yep.
Or I think it's even if you just claim it or download it or add it to the library. I don't think you even need to play it.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. 'Cause
Yeah.
it tracks your library, huh? So if you claim it just to claim it, as like most people do, if there's a
Mhm.
free game, you just kinda just grab it. But that's about it.
Yeah. Check Assassin's Creed 3. Try Hunter Wild. Oh, you guys just want me to compare it, okay? Monster Hunter Wild.
Damn. And that's just on PC, bro. Holy.
But yes, do please tell me how this is higher than this. I think we all went to first grade and learned basic math.
Go back to the shadows. Why is it in top 3 sellers when in Monster Hunter's Wilds is 8th?
No. It constantly updates, right?
Yeah?
It's a monthly basis.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay.
Shadows, they released the game when they knew there's no big game coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's another narrative they're going with. Oh, it's on the first place on Steam sales. Yes, honey, because you delayed your game twice just to make sure it's releasing on a month where no other big game is releasing. You intentionally kept on delaying your game just to play roly poly with rubbing one in. I don't know a better way of explaining it.
It's literally the definition of fake it till you make it.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Manipulate people into viewing this game as a success, and the media is playing along. But gamers are calling them out on their bullshit and smashing them in the face with this crap.
Hello.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to support the channel by becoming a member. There are multiple exclusive projects that you won't want to miss out on that will be available to members only, including audiobook of dark fantasy novels that I've written and a space pirate cartoon that is in the works. More information will be forthcoming, but it occurred to me that we can't just point out the things that we don't like in our culture, we have to push things that we do like. So, if you're interested in supporting this venture, consider becoming a member of the channel. In any
He has a point with that. And I already kind of talked about it on Twitter as well. You cannot just trash talk stuff. You kind of have to also support the stuff that you do enjoy. Don't be one of those people who just runs his mouth.
Yeah.
Which reminds me. a lot of the people that I noticed who the shows for Assassin's Creed Shadow,
Yeah.
they started having an issue with me reviewing the game. So apparently, it's a bad thing that we use our money to buy the game, to actually sit down, stream, and play the game and review the game. And by the way, my review did not insult anyone. It just literally said it's not a good game.
Yeah.
It's just not a good game. Don't waste your money. I wasn't insulting anyone, nothing. And yet, the fact that I bought the game, played the game, streamed the game, reviewed the game, it's disingenuous. So, the Assassin's Creed shows, they will have an issue. Not only you're having a problem with what they're saying, but they'll have an issue with you actually still buying the game and playing the game. It's like the same thing that's happening with all these games. If you don't buy it, you're at fault. If you buy it, you're at fault.
It's crazy how they think, honestly.
Yeah. That's why I insulted them. It doesn't take much. Pretty much. How are you doing, Oven?
Hey, Oven. Hey, Drake.
Ratings for a free copy don't count. I wish. Oh, also, Ubisoft asked Steam to hide the concurrent number of
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
First, it was Activision Blizzard. Now it's Ubisoft asking them.
They're like, no. All right, Lion. Have a good one.
I'm a bird, I'm a bird.
Thank you so much for the Twitch follow. It's too cold in the snow.
Oh, thank you for the Twitch follow.
You look at it and it's at fault. Yeah, pretty much. You just breathe around the vicinity, you're at fault. Hi, Drake. How you doing?
Yeah.
Our money, he said. He. I mean, I had to correct myself. I had to say our money because you guys kind of threw the money.
You guys kind of did, and you guys regretted it.
I think is the most insulting thing for them. God damn. Savage. He enjoying the lies Ubisoft defenders keep pushing. Yeah. We've been at the brunt of it, actually, for the past few days.
Really?
Yeah. So, there's a lot of Ubisoft shows now. They basically want us to prove our lineage, our heritage to them.
Huh?
Because we're fake and we're LARPers. They want us to provide our heritage to them. Because they're like, oh, your husband is Asian? You're mixed? You lived in Asia for literally your entire adult life? No, not good enough. You're not an Asian rant channel.
How do you even respond to that?
I didn't.
Idiotic. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
People would actually have the balls to be like, prove it.
Yeah. They're like, prove it. Prove that you're not a prove that you're not a faker. Prove that you're not LARPing.
I don't think I need to prove it. I can just look myself in the mirror.
No. The dumbass part is that our Instagram is linked.
Yeah.
Your dumbass could literally click on it and see. It's so dumb.
Only the Western like brain rot would actually use that as like an insult.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest thing.
Just say you eat fruit, they will realize you aren't American. What the fuck? I'm doing okay. Worrying about package that's supposed to be here soon, but whatever reason, it moved from state to another one and not staying anything. There's a lot of natural disasters happening, so it might be just small delay. Prove it. Name every Asian.
Bro, that's even worse. What do you mean name every Asian?
I'm just waiting for one of them to be like,
To show up in chat?
no, to show like a picture of Jackie Chan. Your uncle? No, fake. They would be that dumb.
Yeah, no, you're right. They definitely would.
Also, I see a lot of people use this as an excuse to throw around a lot of Asian slurs.
Oh, I bet. I
A
bet.
lot. Oh my god. I've seen so many people who are pretending to be, against Ubisoft, but using it as an excuse to just throw around slurs. Because, if you throw a slur at Asians, it doesn't count.
Which is kind of crazy, honestly.
Like, I literally seen like a person be like, I would never say the N word, and proceeds to say like the Asian slur words.
What? A slur is a slur. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. That's how it works, Billy.
It's just it blew my mind. I'm just sitting there, Pikachu surprised, like, okay.
I would never say a N word, but I'll say all the Asian slurs.
And yeah, and they the people always proceed naming every single slur for every Asian country they know.
Bro.
You're just sitting there like, oh, okay, I guess that's happening.
I swear when you tell these people what you are, they expect a job application type of level of proof. Like, bro.
Yep.
Yep.
It's why. They would definitely say the N word if a black person disagrees with them. 100%.
100%.
It's usually the people who they'll say the N word off stream or off video or off recording. But off the public grid.
Yeah.
They'll say it off the public grid. But they'll say the Asian slur words because they know it's not gonna be punished. It's not gonna be punishable. They're not gonna be facing any repercussions.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I feel like when you're saying slurs, it doesn't matter like if you're saying it to a black person, to an Asian person, to a white person, Middle Eastern person. A slur is a slur, man. You just don't say that. Or a Hispanic person, you don't say slurs to you just don't say slurs.
And when you pointed out maybe you shouldn't say it, I'm using it as an example. You're such a piece of shit trying to censor people. And you're just sitting
It's like you just used a slur.
It's like, bro, all I said is maybe you shouldn't be saying it. No, go and die. You're a piece of shit. You're such a snowflake. You shouldn't be on the internet. Like that, all of that energy just from saying maybe you shouldn't say it. Hi, Shinobi. Hi, Phantom. How are you guys doing?
How y'all doing? Those people can't even differentiate Chinese from other Asians. How would they verify you're Asian? Exactly. They probably can. I'll give you $5. And if they can I'll give you $5 if they can guess where I'm at.
And then you show them mixed people and they're like their brain just explodes.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Mixed people do not exist.
Cosmo's like, oh, I'm not Mexican. Oh, let me get my lawnmower, my sombrero, and my Chevy Tahoe. You have to bring out the stereotypical shit. Apparently. And that's when they start believing you. Which is even worse because that's in itself kind of racist.
You know what's gonna prove them is me feeding you blueberries with chopsticks.
While you belly dance for me?
Shut the
No,
fuck up.
why you do the sword dance, Armenian sword dance?
Balancing the sword on my head, belly dancing as I caress the chopsticks and feed Zen blueberries. I can't.
Y'all didn't even know I was black until I told you. Billy, we don't care if you are. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Billy, you're one of our viewers and we love you. And we love everyone here. We don't care what ethnicity you are. Cuz it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Unless you're like super um proud of your culture and your heritage, you bring it up, awesome. That's legit. It's just, it's just like, come on.
So you're not white. You don't have. So you're not white. You don't have. You don't have a.
What?
I don't know what that is. The
Where?
outfit.
Where? Who said that?
Oh, Slim Jim.
So you know what? You don't have to have a Kusa clan outfit. Yeah, I am, but my grandpa has one. If that joke was out of line, I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, don't worry. I just didn't know what it is. So I looked it up. I'm trying to educate myself when you guys tell me.
That's nasty.
Oh, thank you so much for the gifted membership, Sad Cat.
Oh, thank you for the gifted membership, Sad Cat. What if I'm black, like blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all? Listen, X-Men.
No,
It doesn't matter, bro.
you gotta prove it.
You gotta prove it.
You gotta prove it.
Don't forget your level 20 rice hat. That to prove Asian ancestry? Yeah.
I don't know if I should mention this. Remember, we were talking about how we should integrate all of our heritage into our apartment. How we were talking about to get like the personalized rice farmer hat to hang it above the counter.
And then we have Armenian made rug on the ground. It would be the weirdest crap ever, man. Oh wow. Sidecat, thank you for the Twitch gift there. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Sad Cat. We really appreciate it. Oh my God, I swear to God, like they literally that the second. So after I saw like the tweet was blowing up, I myself went in and I made like a public announcement inside the post and above the post that like just to be clear, then is Asian. I am mixed. And I mainly know my Armenian roots. But that doesn't remove the fact that I'm mixed.
Yeah.
Now, you said Asian ran channel. Prove it. Prove it. I don't know what they want. Hi,
Hey,
Pizza,
Pizza
Cat.
Cat.
How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
I know what a gumbo is. Gumbo is really good. How do you prove you're black? I have no idea.
How do you prove you're Asian? How do you prove
I have
you're
no
white?
idea.
How do you prove if you're Middle Eastern? It just doesn't make sense.
Honestly,
Like,
look with the amount how many people are like marrying also outside of the race. You can't prove anything anymore these days.
no, you can't. Drake says show off a full course Asian meal on stream for a photo. That doesn't mean anything. That's the thing,
No, no, no,
Drake.
no, no.
Anyone can eat any type of like ethnicity, heritage, cultural food.
How do I prove that I'm Jason? Talk about Battle Pass.
No, I don't believe it. That might be a fake Jason.
Prove your lineage talking about Battle Pass. Hi Jason, how you doing? Hi Johnny, how you doing? Hi Lord Peace, how you doing?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Swear to God.
Cosmic says, if I had every dollar every time someone tells me I'm not Mexican because of my skin, I would have enough money to buy a car. Which is even worse. Because now you're like, what are you talking about? Every race and culture have all different kinds of color, shade of skin.
Yeah.
That's how
Wait.
genes work.
So I still find it funny. Lifu's headcanon for a while was that I had an Asian accent. Which literally show I lived and was surrounded with Asians for over a decade. That shows how hard it is to even say anything like this. But I don't walk around claiming it. I'm like, it was more. Remember in the voice chat, I'm like, oh, I thought you're Asian.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody
Yo,
breaks
yeah.
the law on my watch.
Atomfall Day 1 release on Game Pass. Releasing this Thursday.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Thank you so much for the support, Jason. Hi, Kisan. How are you doing?
Hey, Kisan, thank you for the support, Jason.
Bro, I just looked up the Wikipedia page regarding slurs.
I'm a bird, I'm a bird.
Thank you.
I must say, the Polish
Thank
is
you. Thank you so much for the Twitch follow, Kiyu.
Thank you for the Twitch follow.
I legit had to give you the hat so I can say thank you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give me a high five.
No, I gave Zen the hand so he would stop talking so I can say thank you for the follow.
Oh, sorry.
I did the whole like talk to the hand to him. I can imagine, and the words are mostly just tease. How many times? Wait, even with John, we thought John was Portuguese because all he talks about is Portuguese rap.
No, I didn't think he was Portuguese.
You were the one who said it.
No, I know that he listened to Portuguese stuff. That's about it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure like Mike
cult-
has like a clip of it somewhere.
Probably.
Hi folks in chat, what's good? Oh, we're having like a debate, like how do you prove and why would you want to prove to online shows of DEI infused games what race you are? Question, is that whole you're a banana thing actually a real saying? Just asking. I don't know where the hell that even came from.
So, from what I can tell, from like family members and like people outside of my family, when people call you a banana, if you're Asian, it means that you're Asian, but on the inside you act quote unquote like white or like where you're at. So you're just Asian on the outside, but on the inside you're more connected to where you grew up.
Is that like the same?
It's a racial slur. Same thing with Oreo. Same thing with
yeah. So that's what I was wondering. I heard people say that before.
Yeah.
I heard the reverse banana before.
That just means that
a white person who's acting Asian. Yeah. But I only heard it being used in a positive way.
Yeah, no, that's the difference. It can mean, it depends on the context, but from what I've heard, some people calling me a banana, that's the context I get from it.
Can I eat like a banana? Junk food?
Honey, stop using that slur. You're not supposed to be using it. What are you doing? Slur? It can be depending on the context.
Okay, I didn't know up until today. Something about coconut with his pie. Okay, I don't want to learn any of these. I never heard that before. Same. Oh, that I'm cooked. I'm South African living in Botswana, but having an American/Canadian accent is hilarious. Also, we have the same thing. It's either coconut or Oreo. Oh.
Yeah. What exactly is acting Asian versus acting white? Exactly. It doesn't make sense to me. It's probably because of my Midwest accent. that I speak instead of like the stereotypical Asian accent when I used to like what I used to have when I was like a freaking 5-year-old, 6-year-old.
Or like people are telling me that I'm American. I'm like, I'm not even from America. It's my second year here.
Yeah. It's like before they even hear her speak, she's like, "Oh, you're American." As soon as she starts speaking, boom, they're like, "Oh, we messed up."
Also, like no offense to anyone in the chat, but like people in North America, they need to make up their mind, because it's like no matter where I go, one place they'll say I'm Hispanic. Another place they'll say I'm white passing. It's like depending on how it suits them, they change up my race.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And like they decide what I look the most as, and they decide how to insult me by that, depending on what suits them the most. Like
Yeah.
what enrages them more, so they have an excuse to be mad at me for just existing.
Yo, Kiyu, bro, the amount of like weird stuff that people try to label Lifu, it's crazy over here.
Yeah.
Like I've like I get labeled, you know, the banana thing or I'm too Asian or whatever. It's never in between. It's never like in the middle. Like I'm just who I am. Lifu, she gets like thrown some weird curveballs I never understood.
Yeah. Like I even remember I mentioned this at the beginning when we just started a channel. It was my first week in US, okay? We don't interact with that person anymore. First week in US, an acquaintance said, how was it called? Paying. No.
Huh?
I'm trying not to paraphrase, so I'm trying to remember. It's been like 2 years ago.
I don't remember that. Damn, man.
Okay, no. He said, okay. First week in US, right? First week in US. He said, your people are who sent my people to the farms.
Oh my god, no, I remember now. I looked at him like, what?
So it was him, right? It was him, 2 Asians, one of them was Zen, and me.
No, 3. It was 3 Asians.
Okay. And we're just looking at him like, all of them were like, bro, are you lost?
Bro, what?
Everyone was like, the fuck?
Everyone stared at him. Like he said it quite loud too. Everyone turned around like,
Yeah, he said it in the
huh?
parking lot. We were about to go eat some Korean barbecue.
Yeah, he said it with so much confidence. I was like, bro, huh?
What was that supposed to mean? Okay, to reference, to like for context, he's black.
Yeah.
For context. And he like said it to my face with such determination. This was my first week in US. Also, not white.
No, he knew you were not white too.
Yeah,
I told him multiple
yeah.
times.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right. He was one of the only people who knew my actual, like, my mixed side too.
Yeah.
He actually knew how mixed I am too.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Because like the thing about me is that I only talk about Lifu. Like everything when I'm outside, like I'm working, like it always has something to do with my wife. I always talk about Lifu. And it's like, what? Come on, bro.
Can I ask a question to you guys? Is it true Asians are the most racist people? I would say every single race is very racist.
Yeah.
Every race is a very racist towards specific races. I think Asians are super racist against other Asians.
Oh, 100%. You know how many times this is like this is if your family's different, I applaud you.
Mm.
But from all the Asians that I've interacted with, like family friends, they always say the most heinous things about other Asians.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I remember hanging out with these Japanese dudes, and remember I told you this Korean family with whom I would spend like my holidays and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
I remember them being like, mm, "It's Korean food. What do you expect? It's peasant food." My jaw
What?
dropped.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
My jaw dropped. I have like so many examples of moments like this.
QQ on Twitch side, responding to you, Johnny Ortez. He says, It depends, Johnny. South Africans stopped institutionalized racism back in the 1990s, if I recall correctly. There are still scars. Yeah. Why did he even say that? Bro, I don't know. Like he must have been high or something, and like he let it slip and just didn't realize what he was saying. I'm not giving excuses, but that was really messed up. I don't talk to him anymore. It's like it changed my look at him. It's like he's my outlook like on him changed like 180. I even explained to him like, bro, what you're saying is truly racist, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that.
It was honestly for me, I was just floored. I was like, ain't no way I'm having a Twitter moment in real life.
He's
Ain't no
Jamaican,
way. I know. I
bro.
know.
It was crazy. I'm like, what?
That shit floored me. And if you guys want to know how many times I heard like dumb shit thrown at me, and that's including the shit I heard in Asia thrown at me. That's including the shit I heard in Europe, including the shit I heard in US thrown at me.
Mm-hmm.
I heard people like in Europe where I grew up. I heard my teacher say she's giving me F's in class only because my family is brown and we're all dumb. That was a
But
whole school scandal.
oh, it's loud. Oh. Hmm.
Then I had moments where since people can never figure out who the fuck I am, and Zen knows how my eyes look like, right? I
Yo, it's
literally had people do that squinty eyes at me. It's like, bro, bro.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, if okay, if they're unknown races, at least be racist to the right race, right? You can't just shoot stray shots to a different race, man.
Also, and like in Asia, like the comments I get like mostly in Asia are like, "Oh, you're so pale and you have a moon face. You would make a good wife." I'm still trying to figure out if it's a compliment.
No, it wasn't. It was very sexist.
I'm so, you're so pale. You have a moon face. You would make such a good wife. My
The
son is
fuck?
single.
Yo, that was probably in India, wasn't it?
No.
He's just giving me the tea. People do squinty eyes on the regular here too. Bro, aren't you in Asia too? Give me the tea. Actually, no, that checks out. No, that checks out.
Also, wait.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's actually yeah. Holy crap.
People always play with me and guess that race.
I was told I had to wait to be promoted at work because I was white and a man. It's everywhere. Yeah, bro. Like no matter what, like at this point, it's skin colorism. I realized that it's not about your race anymore. It's kind of just your skin color, and it's
Okay, in Asia, it's your skin color and your face shape.
yeah. Okay.
So throughout like years of living there and like interacting with like different age groups, depend and eye shape.
Oh yeah, eye shape is a big part. I know that.
There's a desired eye shape as well that
Mhm.
like families want to see in like their daughter-in-laws.
Uh-huh.
They want to see a specific eye shape, they want to see a specific face structure and a specific skin complexion.
It's fun to sit in groups and hear talk crap in my native language, thinking I don't know because I have a super white accent. Thus, I'm a foreigner. Bro, there's instances where I was in that situation, and then I just say, "Oh, thank you" in my language in Vietnamese, and they're like, oh man."
Mm. Welcome back, Spin.
Welcome back, Spin. Also, good night, X-Men.
Good night, X-Man.
We'll critique you.
Also, hi you in Voodoo. We haven't said hi to them, and we didn't say hi to Abe either.
Yeah, hey guys, hey Abe, hey Voodoo. I know there's a couple more. No,
That's
no.
nasty.
Monster.
Nasty. Thank you so much for the Prime, Spin.
Oh, thank you for the prime spin.
Voodoo, don't talk about people like this. Like,
Yeah,
this
don't talk
is-
about.
remove the comment, please.
Yeah, I will. Like we're like just broad stroking it and like our personal experience of dealing with it.
How the topics get derailed so hard. I don't think this is derailment. I think what's happening right now with Assassin's Creed Shadow and people running their mouth on Twitter, I think it's a really good example of how stupid people are.
Yeah,
Hi, Monster. I didn't say hi to you yet either.
I did.
Damn you, Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're the one causing race relations going crazy. No,
No.
I think what's it doing is people are using Assassin's Creed Shadow as like a jumping platform where they feel like they're now allowed to be explicitly publicly disgusting because well Ubisoft is doing it, so I might do it even harder to prove my point.
Yeah, it's really bad. In my honest opinion, it's just bringing out stuff that's already been there. Yeah, it's already
Yeah.
been there, and then they're magnifying it because they're like, "Oh, I'm the right because Shadows disrespect our culture, so let me disrespect more."
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me list out every single thing I have heard ever since we've been covering Assassin's Creed Shadow.
Okay.
Just try not to interrupt me so I don't get all lost. Also, hi Noir, how are you doing? Hi Cheesecake, how are you doing?
How y'all doing?
Okay, so I heard people uh use what Ubisoft is doing as an excuse to be openly racist towards Asians. I saw them use it as an excuse to be openly racist towards black people. I seen them use it as an excuse to be racist towards white people.
Yeah.
I've seen them use it as an excuse to talk bad about gay people. I've seen, and from both sides, I'm talking about people criticizing it and I'm talking about people defending it. Both sides are using it as an excuse to be as vile as possible, and they think just because they're using Assassin's Creed Shadow as like the starter that they're allowed to say those things, that as if they're justified. And I'm talking about both sides. The shills are using it as a justification to talk badly about Asians and white people, And the other side is using it as an excuse to talk badly about black people and also Asians.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she meant examples. Thank God. No. No. I wouldn't do that.
No.
The Yasuke simulator equals racist. Yeah. Same thing happened with other games in the past, but not to this extent. Not to this extent.
Yeah, it wasn't to this extent from what
Mm.
I remember all the other games.
Okay, we should probably finish the video.
Yeah, we need to.
Event, let's take a look at this proof that the game journalists are manipulating people in order to make Assassin's Creed Shadows seem more popular than it is. As a start, I want you to take a look at this old article right here to show you that game journalists know damn well what the difference is between counting the number of players and the number of copies sold. This article is from the site Push Square. Link in the description, and I came across it while doing research on this topic, and I thought it would be interesting to show you guys. It says, "We've known for a while that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the property's most commercially successful installment. Keep that in mind because this fact..."
I mean, that's just straight up cope. I'm just trying to understand on which scale are they measuring that Shadows was the most successful release? Are they like bending the truth that it's like because of Steam? Are they bending the truth because of how many people they got to play it with all the free copies? So like from which angle are they trying to justify it? Hi Grateful, how you doing?
Hey, Grateful, how you doing?
The Asians catching flags? Asians always caught flags.
I haven't seen any Asian hate from the anti Assassin's Creed side.
Check any of my comments on videos or Twitter posts. A
Yeah,
lot of it. And
a
I
lot.
literally gave an example of all the vile shit I've seen anti-Assassin's Creed Shadows are saying, where they're using it as an excuse to literally use Asian slurs. Just to be like, oh, I'm Ubisoft, and proceeds to list out every fucking slur. It's the most successful Assassin's Creed game on Steam. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what are they using to justify this? Just hide the numbers? They already requested for Steam to hide the numbers. I thought we were gonna be a feed stream. It's called the Honey Trap Grateful. It's more of an autonomous system for automatic traverse. I feel
Automatic
I missed
reversal.
something. Yeah, I feel like I missed something. Okay.
fact that Valhalla has sold better than any other Assassin's Creed is an extremely important piece of what we are going to be looking at in just a second. Anyhow, I digress. The article then says, but we've never been told how many units it's actually sold. However, Ubisoft has...
And unless a leaker comes out and says how many, we will not know. And considering that how people are unhappy with Ubisoft, I do think there will be a leaker situation happening. The 2 million player, hence why Ubi, as you said, hide the number. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other metric they use, talked about. Also, are you guys one of those people who are also getting Assassin's Creed Shadow ads on my videos? A lot of people have been saying that. We even got one.
Yeah, we got one.
Oh.
It's garbage on his alt account.
You know what? Hi, honey. How you doing?
Hey, honey.
What do you mean, honey pot?
has just confirmed that the open world title has surpassed 20 million players, an impressive feat and a figure that suggests sales numbers must be rather high. So let me repeat all this for the slow learners out there. Ubisoft made claims about players, which suggests sales numbers must be high. But anyway,
No.
with that in mind, and keeping
No, if you have an iota of a brain cell, you know that player base doesn't equate to sales number. Again, all the free copies they're giving out, all the subscription-based copies people can claim for free. Well, they're paying the subscription to a platform and they're able to claim the game, which means no matter what, Ubisoft is not gonna get a full retail price of $70 back on it. And that's why they don't say sold, they say players.
Keeping in mind what I said earlier, that Assassin's Creed Valhalla was the best-selling game in the series by a long shot, you can see here that at launch, it is claimed that Assassin's Creed Valhalla apparently sold something in the ballpark of 1.7 million copies during its launch, a figure which has been repeated by multiple outlets multiple times.
Yeah, but even if Assassin's Creed Shadows sells like 2 million copies, 3 million copies, 4 million copies, it's not gonna be enough. That's the laughable part. They need to reach at least 10 million copies.
Yeah.
Here is an article from Game Rant where they unintentionally explain exactly how Ubisoft is full of shit with their nonsense spin that Assassin's Creed Shadows has.
Did they do that accidentally? Or was it like a disgruntled article writer? Oh, is it like an anti-woke who like slithered his way into the company?
Yo.
And he's like dropping all these nuggets of information, like pretending like he's one of the game journals. Am I having like a tinfoil moment?
Sold 2 million units. The article here is from last summer and it lists the best-selling games from Ubisoft. As you can see, Valhalla is listed as the number 6 bestseller for Ubisoft ever, and then down here it says, firstly, Ubisoft itself stated that it was the biggest launch in the Assassin's Creed series to date, selling over 1.8 million copies in the first week. So, whether it is at 1.8 million or whether it was actually 1.7 million, the fact remains that neither of those numbers is as high as 2 million, which all of these Ubisoft shills and Ubisoft defenders are disingenuously inferring that that number that Ubisoft announced is the same as sales. And here is further evidence that these game journalists absolutely know that Shadows hasn't come anywhere near 2 million in sales. This post on X is from Tom Henderson, a journalist at Insider Gaming, and here he writes, had to remove the original Valhalla Shadows tweet because I was sourcing the Valhalla wiki, which was inaccurate, and then he says, behind the scenes data via Ubisoft sources, and he lists out data from the past few Assassin's
Valhalla Day 1 player numbers 2.55 million. Odyssey Day 1 player number 430,000.
Ouch.
Shadows Day 2 numbers 2.2 million.
Why day
So
2?
Shadows didn't even, well, day 2 because Shadows had the higher player number on day 2, not day 1. So Shadows didn't even surpass Valhalla.
Nope.
Is that good? Yeah, it's good for us. So I guess it's good.
Assassin's Creed games, saying Valhalla's day 1 player numbers were 2.55 million, Odyssey's Day 1 player numbers were 430,000, and Shadows' Day 2 player numbers were 2.2 million. Now, in some responses to his tweet, Henderson says that the reason he lists Day 2 numbers for Shadows versus Day 1 numbers for the other games is because he doesn't have exact figures for the first day of Shadows yet. But whatever. The fact
Well, didn't they publicly already said like day one it surpassed 1 million, and then they're like day two it surpassed 2 million. I'm pretty sure it's like all of it is public. Oh, Lifu Zen, there are some hilarious team numbers I need to share later on. Please remind me. I'm afraid. Game quality drop in 2020. I think the game quality has been dropping since 2017.
Yeah, it got worse after, you know, the 2020 thing.
Yeah. Which isn't bad numbers unless you're enduring about 1 million crises at once. Uh
They're the French Warner Bros.
um no. I would say they're the French EA,
Yeah, 100%.
but like even then like specific divisions. Even by Ubisoft own metrics, Shadows is underperforming. It seems so. I miss when games selling 1 million games was a good thing. It's because it's over bloated staff, over bloated amount of years they're developing it. And yeah, that's gonna rack up the numbers.
Hey Jesse, how you doing?
Hi Jesse. Like they had like what 30,000 people work on Assassin's Creed Shadows for 5+ years. They have to justify like the price, like the price point and stuff, because of how overbloated all this process is. Something is wrong with YouTube apps. Oh, that sucks. Grateful.
Yeah.
I missed 2000s games. They were great. Also very experimental.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. That was a crazy time.
EA sucks, but they suck right out of the open. No. EA does a lot of shitty stuff behind the backs too.
Yep.
Warner sold Looney Tunes. What IPs were sold by Ubi? They were trying to sell IPs behind investors' back. We've covered it multiple times. They were trying to sell IPs in secret behind investors' backs to Microsoft and EA. And I cannot stress this enough. Apparently, Ubisoft was supposed to release like something new related to Rainbow Six Siege.
And Division.
And they were supposed to release a new game, Division 3. But apparently, even though it was supposed to be in the works, they didn't even do shit for it. So the investors got pissed and they took it public. Not a triple A with hundreds of millions of dollars thrown to game development. Every game has to do gangbusters. I mean, what's the point of having a game studio if you're at least not if you're not even trying to make a popular game with gamers? What's the point? It's same as us making content and deliberately making sure our audio quality is shit, our models are shit. We're just sitting watching the video not commenting. It's like intentionally tanking how we would have been able to perform. I don't trust Ubisoft to make another Rayman game.
Yeah, I don't trust Ubisoft to make any game now.
Sorry, I made a feed joke earlier and my roommate asked for a favor and I missed your response. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You can always rewind it later when the stream ends.
Aiming to that, and honestly, I have no idea why they don't try to do better. Well, They already made public statements about it, that it's the gamer who needs to lower expectation. It's the gamer who have to deal with having bad performances. It's the gamer who has to give them more money because they want more money. They're not hiding it. They're making public statements saying all of it. The good thing is that they're currently failing. Soon enough, we will see a lot less of their religion in game and other entertainment. Now,
A Win says, "Oh Lord, imagine an actual EA developed Ubisoft IP. Oh no, no."
we already talked about it. Like, as much as I hate Nintendo, I think Rayman should go to Nintendo or Sony.
Ooh, yeah, no, Sony would make it
The
better.
Asian division,
Yes,
not the North American one.
yes.
They cannot take accountability. We're past accountability.
Fact remains that quite clearly, Shadows is tracking far behind Valhalla in player count, which shouldn't be the case, by the way. I've said this many times, but I will say it again. An Assassin's Creed set in feudal Japan should have been the easiest layup in the history of gaming, so there's no good excuse for this game sitting behind Valhalla. But in any case, Shadows is tracking behind in total number of players, and everybody is quite clear that the game has not overtaken Valhalla. So the question is this: if Assassin's Creed Valhalla only sold around 1.8 million at launch, taking a full week to do it, and if Shadows is trailing Valhalla by an indeterminate amount in sales, then how in the bloody hell could Shadows have actually sold 2 million units? And the answer is this: it didn't. Ubisoft is being purposely deceptive, and game journalists and all the snide little fools in my comment section who like to come into my videos and repeat the false equivalency between sales and player count, they are
I would love to talk to people in the comments about the sales numbers. All we get is fake LARPers.
Yeah.
And all we get is, oh, you're not Asian? You have no say in Assassin's Creed Shadow. What? Okay. Okay, cool. Then that means you shouldn't have a say either. I don't know. Same Sony who tried to tank Helldivers 2 and Conquer. Okay. For people who might not know this, I don't know how much you guys watch videos or streams about gaming. Sony had a double CEO system, okay? One North American, one Japanese, the original one. After Concord, the North American CEO was fired because the Japanese, the main division, had no idea what North America was even doing. So he's no longer a CEO, and Sony is back to having a singular Japanese CEO now. The problem, though, is still that they didn't completely remove him off the company. He was heavily demoted, but he still remains in the company. But he doesn't have a say now on how the end products are gonna be. So again, the CEO that greenlit Concord is no longer the CEO. Now they have only one CEO.
Why would you even run your business like that, bro?
Because they thought that the North American division is going to be able to understand what the North American gaming audience wants, and they were wrong.
Extremely wrong.
They understood that the Japanese division, the main division, knows a lot better what the North American gaming audience wants. That's why they finally axed that side. Windows from the NAs, yeah. Every company has opened a division or moves to California, becomes worse. Well, or you can be NetEase, outsource a US based team and then fire them because they weren't performing. Apparently, Sony are still releasing fair games.
Isn't that the Eat the Rich game?
Yeah, so that game was greenlit by the North American CEO, and it's too late into the production to completely scrap it.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna try to recuperate and use it as a tax write-off. Because games like this take years to develop and years of planning. So it's too late into the development to completely scrap it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to release it and
Hmm.
face the music.
And the North American CEO was removed only like a couple of months ago. So you can see how Sony is gonna do based on the Japanese release games and based on what games are gonna come out in the next 3 to 5 years. And I do not love Capcom, but damn it, they make good games. At least I don't like their greed, especially on Street Fighter DOC. But I mean, at least their games are fun. Okay, so that's another thing that's happening with the game development right now.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Thank you
This
so
is calls
much.
for a dance. Dance, 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 dance.
Thank you so much for the support. Grateful.
Thank you for the support, Grayfield. Also,
But yeah, so basically what's happening right now, the North American gaming development versus the Japanese gaming development, there are more and more bigger companies that make games speaking up against Japanese game developers trying to imitate North American ones. So there's like a whole campaign happening in Japan where they're telling the Japanese developers, do not imitate North American game development. Do not do the woke shit and lazy shit they're doing. Concentrate on what always worked for you and what always worked for the player base. So Japan kind of is going back to how they used to make games. Yeah, Sakura very vocal about it. Okay, let me check out the meme. So I don't forget. I'm just trying to get like the information out so I don't lose track. What the hell is this? Snap? Yep, this one's going into my cringe compilation. What the fuck? Yes. I do have a folder of screenshots, not gonna lie.
yo, if you think Street Fighter has a problem with DLC, don't look into Dead or Alive. Yo, don't look into Train Simulator.
Oh my god, facts.
Don't look into Train Simulator, bro.
It kind of reminds me of the Iron Heart, where they just kick the can down the road and try to cancel it, but forced to release it due to contracts. I'm not touching Iron Heart. I already spoke my piece. If you you already read that.
Being manipulated. Some of them are doing it willingly. That journalist from PC Gamer, who directly compared the sales numbers provided by Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 to the player numbers of Shadows, just has to be.
Imagine comparing sale numbers to player base number. Like, do they actually think people are that dumb? Don't answer it.
Dishonest. I can't imagine that a game journalist would ever be so ignorant about the industry and how it works. My estimate from this morning still stands. Assassin's Creed Shadows is likely somewhere just below or just above 1 million copies sold after their launch weekend, and it will slow way down after that. But I'm going to leave it there. It feels good to prove that these idiots are completely full of shit. But drop your contempt for the Ubisoft manipulation into the comment section below.
I already weeks ago said I think they'll sell around 1 million copies and that's it. And I'm sticking to it. And up until a leaker confirmed that information, we won't really exactly know. But I do think there's gonna be a major clearance sale happening with Ubisoft.
Yep, they're about to hand their IPs out like candy.
Yeah.
their investors are screaming in the attic.
Someone needs to draw how like Microsoft, Ubisoft, Microsoft, EA, Sony, Nintendo are like with the bags out saying trick or treat, and Ubisoft is just throwing IPs into their bags.
Yes.
Someone needs to draw that. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy happening. Some recent stats to share here about the game and 3 specific achievements on Steam using the current all-time peak 64,000 as of a prologue. Oh yeah. I know that information. Prologue 87% of player base have achieved this. So about 56.4 players 56.4 thousand players finished the prologue. First act, 26.5% of players achieved this. 17.2 thousand players finished the first portion of the game after the prologue.
17,200.
I said 17.2 thousand.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I'm reading it differently.
Uh-huh.
Epilogue 0.1% of players have achieved this. 65 players finished the freaking epilogue.
Epilogue. 0.1% of players have achieved this. So just about 65 players finished the freaking epilogue. I think I saw Hypnotic repost that. Or post it. I don't remember if he reposted it or posted it. I do remember seeing it. Well, good riddance with this topic. I'm honestly kind of so over covering Ubisoft stuff. I do think we should watch this. So we're gonna react to Asmongold React.
Okay.
We might not watch the full video. What? What?
Drink tax.
I'm still drinking. I literally took a sip.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
What the fuck? Have water. Or have your mineral water. But yeah, we might
Sorry.
we might not watch the whole video, but we'll watch like up until like probably here. He usually rambles on. Later. Oh no way, he actually isn't with this one. Okay, never mind. We'll probably watch the full one.
Was right. Well, of course. Asmon's take was right once again. Senator presents data that shows that white women are the ones that benefit from DEI and not black people.
I know what I believe
Before we actually start watching this. Hi Abbas, how are you doing? Hi ho.
Hey, Abbas.
Hi ho. To Lifu minds we go. Okay. Enough dancing on the Snow White grave.
Get in the basement, Abyss.
DEI is.
Wait, hold on. Let me rewind this.
Black people.
I know what I believe DEI is. And I believe, truthfully, it is simply a way the left is using the minority community, the black community, to get their agenda in.
Finally, someone said it.
Someone said it.
Finally, someone said it. So we all know how they're using like the excuse of DEI to say, oh, we're showcasing minorities. We're making sure minorities get higher positions. We're making sure like the DEI only exists for minorities. No one else can benefit from it. Only minorities.
The true enemy is the Karens.
Yes!
I've been saying it. And we're waking up. We're waking up. We're seeing it.
That's what I believe. But don't let facts get in the way of my feelings. So let's just.
I love this dude. I love the whole don't let the facts get in the way of my feelings. No, he said don't let. Let me just replay this.
But don't let facts get in the way of my feelings.
I already love how he's presenting this.
Yes.
Of course, pronouns are just fake victimhood badges. The latest buzzword. New statistics. Look it up. Okay. So all those photos of management team being white women with token minorities were actually showing what was actually going on. Saying so, oh shit is even worse than that.
Yup.
Parents are domestic tea group.
So
here we go.
let's just look.
Here we go.
Black Enterprise magazine,
Okay.
a staple in the black community, wrote an article
All right.
noting a study where nationwide of all
Yep.
chief diversity officers in corporate America,
You already fucking know. You already fucking know. What do you guys think? Is it 70% or 80%?
80.
how many of you think are black?
Ooh.
For people who didn't watch this video, what's your guess?
Yes.
I want everyone to guess. What's the percent? What percent do you think is black? 5%? 50%? I think Kiyu is way closer.
Yeah, Kiyu is very close.
What's the question? 10%? It's over 9,000. The question is, how many black people did the whole DEI agenda give higher jobs? Below 25? 4? Already watched it? Okay. Okay, let's find out.
4%.
4%.
4%
4%. But you don't get it. DEI is definitely there to help the people. Yeah? 100%. That's why it's 4%.
That's crazy. Damn, I thought it was going to be like how many people were.
But hey, people who are saying the whole DEI shit is actually a load of crap, they're the bad guys.
Yep.
It's as if all the people who were saying the whole DEI push is a load of crap. But hey, we're the racists, we're the bigots, right? Jesus fucking Christ. Not even hitting double digits? Nope.
Were like what?
What's the percentage of black CEOs in America after DEI enforcement? Oh, I'm pretty sure they'll cover it. Let me just keep on playing it.
White or something like that, that were owning it. Like, that's what it was. I thought, yeah, that's what I thought he was going to go with. But 4%, yeah. I would have said 10. I would have said 10.
78% white. Well, let's look at
78% white.
78% white.
Yeah.
Hey, JD.
Hi, JD. How are you doing? But hey, every single person going against DEI is they're imaginary white people who want to push down minorities.
Bro.
Hi, Kyrian. How are you doing?
Hey, Kyrian.
I said 70 to 80%. It's crazy, huh? Damn. How about that?
The actual study that it cites. Right? You can come and see it by Zippa, looking at these professions. 76.1%.
Who are the 24%? So you have 4% black people. Then you have how much? 76?
78 or something around there.
So, okay. Let me bust it out. Okay. So minus 76 minus 4. 20% is Hispanic. I already saw a little bit of this.
Okay.
They don't even mention Asians. They only mention white people, black people, and Hispanic. Anyone else doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this person is not mentioning it. I'm saying that they're not even put on the equation. So don't say it's like this guy's fault.
White.
How did you know? Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. You don't need to I don't need a graph. Everybody just knows this. We all know. Everybody knows.
I think we already mentioned this as well. Even when you fill out documents, they're trying to implement the whole thing like for example, Zen soon won't be able to put himself down as Asian. Asians are being put into the white category. It's not fully implemented yet.
It sounds like an overbloat of a specific category.
And then I'm not able to put myself in a category anymore. You like the only option I have is either other or white.
Yeah.
And do you really think I want to deal with the hassle of putting myself in like the other category and having to constantly explain? No, honestly, he seems to have a specific focus, so I don't blame him. Yeah, I don't blame him either.
Yeah.
Just want to bring up Asman uses gunlands again to keep it light. Yeah, we remember. At one point, Arabs were put in the same category as white to similar cultural norms and geographic origin. They still are put in the category of white. You don't have a category for Arabs. At least not in this state. Why are we doing that? Good question. Bear in mind, it was a long time ago. I put myself as other. I'm built distinctly.
I'm built incorrectly.
God damn it.
It's common sense.
76.1% white, 3.8% black. Well, let's keep going.
Wow.
Wait.
76.1% white, 3.8% black.
3.8%. Not even 4%, 3.8%.
That's crazy.
Some Hispanics are also put in the white category. That's why white Hispanic is. Oh my god! It is not skin based. It's relative outlook based. I don't think people hear themselves know the ones who are making those forms.
Well, let's keep going.
Wow.
In 2011, 3.78% of all chief diversity officers in the United States were black.
Keep in mind, specifically keep in mind, chief diversity officers, okay?
Yeah.
3.7% were black chief diverse officers. Keep those numbers and words in mind.
10 years later, in 2021, the time of this study, 3.78% were black.
Nothing changed. After they implement after they implemented DEI, they same percent of chief diversity officers are still the same.
I thought officers were a higher position than manager.
Yeah. You just can't. It's just it just wow. It's wow. He said 76 or 96. He said 76 are 76% is white.
So after 10 years, it increased it by 0.07%?
No, it didn't increase.
Or did I hear the number wrong? Wait.
Either he heard the number wrong or I heard the number wrong. It didn't increase.
It's less. What did he say? Let me go back.
Officers in the United States, 8%, 11, 3.78%.
3.78%.
Of all chief
Okay.
diversity officers in the United
3.78.
States were black. 10 years later, in 2021, the time of this study, 3.78%.
Same, literally
Bro.
same.
It didn't move.
But we said we're gonna have a quota. We never said we're gonna raise the quota. Honestly, I cannot wait for them to use that excuse.
Yep.
We brought you guys a quota higher. We didn't say we're gonna increase it.
Were black. We had DEI policies the whole time. We didn't gain a percentage point.
Who counts for mixed and full ethnic races? Okay, so there's no direct answer to that because they use it interchangeably as long as it fits their need. So if you're mixed, if they want to discriminate you, you're ethnic. If they want to have a diversity higher, you're also ethnic. Or not ethnic enough. So there's no direct way of answering your question, Monster.
It's so ambiguous.
Yeah.
Ambiguous.
Why am I in jail? Because I'm putting you all in jail and making you listen to this. Why DEI is shit.
Yes.
We never said we were gonna raise the black quota. Exactly.
I think it's about time for people to face that they've been fleeced for the past 10, 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. To me, it's like so funny how every single person speaking up against DEI was being like honestly covered in shit. It's comfy here. I don't mind. Oh man, it's so bad.
We didn't gain
How many NBA players, right? No, the difference is that, like, so you're not understanding what's going on here. What he's saying is that these are topics that, like, I think generally white women push really heavily, and they use minorities to push these topics.
I've been here only 2 years, and even I noticed that. Just 2 years here, and I noticed that. How are people who are living here their whole life not noticing it? I've done nothing wrong. No. Jail.
Jail. Instant.
And they are not beneficial to minorities. They're beneficial to other white women.
So they can sit, have their little drink, and be like, I am such a good person. I am such a good person. Look, I am helping the diversity. I am such a good person. Karen, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm better than you.
Karen's be like,
Karens. Yes. But it's not actually beneficial. So the entire point that he's making is that this entire apparatus is not serving the goal that it is designed to serve. That's it. That's what he's saying. He's fucking.
History repeats itself. It's a feminist movement all over again. Feminism has lost all its meaning since 2000.
yep.
I would say don't call it feminism, call it the new age feminism. Because feminism, the original meaning of it, did bring extraordinary good things. New age feminism is pile of dog shit. Karen Quota made strides. Oh no.
Right. This right here.
Karentocracy is the ruling class. Karentocracy. Love it. Wave 3 feminism, pretty much, yeah. My mom is second wave feminism. I think second wave feminism is what originally started the whole equality in pay. Third
Yeah.
wave feminism is I'm better than you.
Feminism is something different, completely different from this insanity. Dude's kind of spitting, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is definitely spitting.
Uh,
But yeah, so yeah, I have to. Maybe I was wrong with saying like 2000s, but like the way I see it, the original feminism was to give women the rights to have equal rights of existence. Second wave, equal rights of earning and discrimination. Third wave is I'm gonna let my titties hang. Like, meet me at the bar, Charlotte. Let's do feminism and let the girls out and wobbly wobbly wobbly. That's third wave feminism.
and now this is the fourth wave. We take everything. Men, I don't care. Diversity higher. But it's actually just for us.
I didn't even know there were waves. Third wave is okay by me though. Okay.
Oh, enjoy your dinner, Wyatt.
Enjoy your dinner, Wyatt. No, we're into the fifth wave. Oh my god.
Good night, Voodoo.
How many waves are there? Like, even I'm lost now.
Yo, we're lost in the sauce.
But there are more white people than other people in America, not the other races. So who is employed does make sense. Did he say gender? If you have a 10-year policy that is about selective hiring based off of race, and after the 10-year policy based off of the selective hiring based off of race, you have achieved a difference of 0.00%. I think you can make the argument that the policy is not effective.
Stop right
So
there,
little.
criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Here is some day grant money.
Okay, no, let him speak. Let him speak. Technically, he ain't wrong. Technically, technically, the people who support our channel is the right way of doing DEI. We have multiracial. We have a man and a woman. We have foreigners. We have locals. I think our channel knows how to do DEI right.
Yeah, you're right. We are pretty diverse here. We have quite a few people from around the world. We have one in.
No. I'm talking about just the host. But yeah, I would say like even like viewership, I would say only like 50% of our viewers is white. Maybe even less.
I've seen a lot of Southeast Asians.
Not that we hate you guys, we love you guys. I'm just saying, even our channel knows how to implement it better.
Yes.
And this idiot too. What do you mean filthy?
Thank you for the support, by the way.
Thank you so much for the support, Jason. Yes, called human decency. Yeah. Where's our grants? Discrimination. Yes, you have a diverse group of people trapped in your basement. Everything's right in the world.
Gab literally says, "Here, I'm trying my best to make you guys hate me." By the way, everyone, Gab,
He's sweet.
He's sweet, and he's been sub for 49 months. I gotta call him out on that. He's been following since September 24th, 2018. Just saying.
But also keep in mind he's white, so he's a bigot.
Yes.
Never forget.
Never forget. Through games.
How to solve America watch VTubers, honestly based. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, Gub. We appreciate it.
We appreciate the gifted membership.
Mm,
It didn't work.
you bigot.
Why is woke beneficial to Karens? Because they categorize themselves as oppressed groups, and then they find ways to advantage themselves.
Wait, you see, guys, that's how you earn a gifted as a streamer. Call them grifter, bigot. Every single one of you is a fucking bigot. Every single one of you in my chat, you're a bigot. Is it working yet?
Additive says you don't even have to watch VTubers. Just do the right thing.
Yeah, everyone's just memeing around with it.
Yeah.
Because this is what everyone's been talking about, and anyone who's been talking about it has been attacked. So by this point, everyone is being
Stop right
proven
there,
right.
criminal
Oh, damn,
scum.
okay.
Nobody
I guess it
breaks
worked.
the law on my watch.
It worked.
The animal cheered. X200. How dare you?
Yes, it works. What should I call him next? Fascist?
Thank you, Filthy, for the support.
Thank you so much for the support. You see, he's a fascist. He gives us money. Did I do it right? Can I believe Lifu went woke? Yeah, didn't you know doing art makes you woke?
Sounds like
right there,
Lifu's
criminal
trying
scum.
to grift.
Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Sounds like Lifu is trying to grift.
I'm trying. Am I doing it right yet? I'm trying really hard, guys. It's for you. Not for me.
Zen, leave and keep it down. I'm trying to sleep here in the wall. Huh? Huh?
You're trying too hard? Okay. Okay, racist.
It needs to be more natural. No, that sounds like a really bad idea.
Why did I just wipe my brow?
I don't know. Line says, yeah, I hate all non-Fox people. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Zen. Okay, Lion.
Damn. Damn.
Lion's a furry.
Well, he's a lion.
He's a Lion fan. What?
It's really hot in the room. I'm actually sweating.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on.
I'm actually kind of cooked. Oh, switch on the fan. Don't blow on me. Oops, you all weren't supposed to know where the potatoes come from. Shots fired always. Oh god, what's that? Aw. Thank you so much for the 3 gifted, Gub. Really appreciate it.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Big OTS Unite.
Thank you so much for the
Stop
support,
right there,
JD.
criminal scum.
Thank you for the
Nobody
support,
breaks the law
JD,
on my
Jason,
watch.
and Gub. Thank you
Talk
for the
about
gifted.
paying
What
rent
the
and
heck?
having to eat.
Guys, it was all the joke.
No, let him talk.
Yo, let them cook. Let them cook.
Thank you so much for the support, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the support as always, everyone.
I was just waiting for them to switch on the AC. I wasn't waiting for you guys to throw money at me. That Nuxanor cooked? What the hell is a Nuxanor? Dog, you need to explain it to me.
Ben, what's going on, bro?
Baked fox sounds like a Nordic dish. Nords wouldn't eat a fox. Just wouldn't.
They'll eat dried salted fish.
They'll eat a human before they eat a fox.
No, you're right. You're actually right. Yeah.
Mm.
When times are tough.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the support. Let's watch the video. We're not even halfway in.
No, we're not.
Nox, oh, you're talking about Nox Taco. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Noxor equals Nox Taco. Okay. I thought it's a different person. My bad. Hi, Pink. How you doing? Goat. You know it's gone downhill when y'all end up watching Asmongold knowing he goes into deep drama.
What?
We went downhill because we're watching Asmongold. You know what? I'll take it.
No. I think he meant like the DEI stuff.
I still don't get it. My tab crashed after I sent that sauce. No, JD, it's YouTube. It's been making people's browsers crash.
Oh, can we get a cow check? Yeah, we have enough for a cow.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. It's past the goal.
What do you mean? Is mine not up to date?
Count it.
Hold on, let me refresh it. I'ma refresh it. No, it's not.
You have to look at the fan funding one.
Yeah, I am. I know how to count. Well, YouTube counts it for me.
Okay, my bad.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Are you trying to crash my Streamlabs? Okay, you know what? We still haven't reached it, but shadow up.
Yeah. You could thank Gub for. Oh shit! My model's not locked.
And whose fault is that?
Yours.
Excuse you? What do you mean mine? Oh
Were
my
you
God.
not? What?
I moved you a little bit.
Okay.
Giddy up, cowgirl.
Also, to say the least, it is what Zen mentioned. Yeah, so the DEI stuff, whenever Asmund talks about the drama stuff, like whatever topic it is, it's going downhill.
I still don't quite understand, but
How you doing, Pink? It's been a bit.
how you doing, Pink? But yeah, can you explain it to me?
So basically, whenever Asmund, from what I can tell from the context, and whenever we watch Asmund Gold, whenever he watches something or we watch a clip of him watching something, it usually ends up being like a very big deal because at the end of the day, he is kind of a gamer. Like he speaks for the gamers, and whenever it's something very political stuff like this, it usually ends up being very basically shit hit the fan.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
You know thing I'll bet when you end up watching Asmongold is what they're trying to say. That's their opinion.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
I noticed the glowy dots are green.
Yeah, they're green. And oh, okay. By the way, I really appreciate you guys helping me understand. Sometimes, by the way, pink goat, it's not about you saying it wrong. Sometimes I still have issues understanding English phrases.
Yeah.
It's literally because English is not my native or first or second or third language. So sometimes I still struggle with it. I'm trying my best though.
Yeah, Lifu's English is like our what, fourth, fifth language.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of cultural English context that's missing.
Sometimes, yeah. And thank you so much for the support, guys.
We appreciate the support.
Toot toot. But yeah, I changed the coloring a little bit because especially Grateful's been mentioning that our models look so dark in the video. So I changed our colors like a couple of days ago.
At the expense of other people. Even though, like, being an upper middle class, like, female in America is probably one of the most privileged groups that has ever
And thank you, Oven.
existed in the history of humanity.
Percentage point, but during that same time, white women gained more in that same study.
Did you hear?
White women gained more in that same study. How do we?
Oh,
And again, nothing against white women or white men, but DEI made false promises of how it's gonna distribute for specifically minorities, right?
yeah.
But it was the opposite.
We know?
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, Mark.
At least you know for languages, I'm the only one in my family that doesn't know another language, and I'm not the youngest. It's never too late though.
Yeah, it's never too late to
Hmm.
learn another language.
Then we took over 60% of the world for it to just be the fourth language. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we can look at some other studies.
Oh, there it is.
Here's Forbes magazine, who actually, this is what the title is, who benefits from diversity and inclusion efforts? Well, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
It's
see.
cited, according to another McKinsey study, white women hold nearly 19% of all C-suite
Okay.
positions. McKinsey study, white women hold nearly 19% of all C-suite positions.
19%.
And again, it would have been maybe fine, but the fact is that this was the DEI initiative program.
While racial and ethnic minority women hold only 4%.
Guys. 4% minorities and ethnic minorities. 4%.
This time it's not just like black people having only 4%. This is ethnic and minorities all together, only 4%.
That's like, bro, what?
Overall, white women have benefited disproportionately from corporate DEI policies.
There it is. And there it is. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. That's actually smaller than the national average. This is rough.
This is wow.
I don't think anyone in the chat is surprised.
No.
Maybe everyone is surprised how low it actually truly is, but no one is surprised that it didn't work.
Yeah.
Let's find some telemetry here. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead. I got to pull up a graph and show you guys. You're not going to like this. You're actually going to like this a lot. Give me a minute. I gotta find it.
He's searching too long.
Voters' opinions. DEI plus 31. I'm just saying it. Nobody wants to say it. That's what it is.
Yeah, because you get attacked right away the second you say these things.
Yeah.
And like you always get attacked by it's either one of two. Either the brainwashed people who are genuinely too stupid to even breathe air on their own without instruction, or the people who genuinely benefit from it, so they don't want it to go away.
Yeah.
Not surprised by any of it. Yeah. I actually heard in my brother's room, but he always watched the streamer on Twitch on his computer on the PC during the day, Asmongold.
Yeah.
I
It's pretty
respect it.
based.
Look at the divide between college and non-college women. Yeah. Also, I'm not expecting any of you to like explain to me, but I've been like looking at these like profiles of like all these higher women. All of them have gender studies. I have a degree in gender studies. All of these DEI women have like DEI higher women have gender studies. The fuck is gender studies?
It's a made up course, honey.
I never heard of gender studies outside of US.
Yeah.
The fuck are you guys doing here? No offense, respectfully. What are you guys doing here? The fuck is gender studies?
Honestly, I never heard of that until like we started doing the YouTube thing, honestly. Like gender man like queeromancer, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't real. I'm so glad I didn't go to college.
A mistake got invented like a decade or so ago. Oh, I'm not gonna explain them. They're just stupid. A money laundering scam. They're studied to see if they're a woman. I'll blame Tumblr, and no offense taken, you don't need to be respectful about it. It's like underwater basket weave. What the fuck? Best way to find out who benefits from rules or program. Look who doesn't want it to change. Not the ones they say they represent, but who they are. No, it's also people who are genuinely brainwashed by their own stupidity.
Wait, Gab is from Sweden.
Yes. Why do you think I call him a Swede?
No, he said they have it in Sweden now. It's new.
Oh no.
They're trying to do that shit over there now.
No offense. Yeah, but I'm glad I moved out of that area.
Bro, you gotta dip, man. It's time to leave.
Okay, but I moved to a place where they do have it.
We're going back to Estonia. All people get there is IT degrees, anyways. What's the issue here?
Whatever Sweden gets, Estonia gets too.
No, you're lying.
Estonia, Finland, and Sweden are the trifecta.
It's like the tri-state area over here with New York, Pennsylvania, and Jersey.
Like everyone hops around back and forth interchangeably.
Yeah, you literally just joined another trifecta state.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, uni sus. Gender studies come from Tumblr. I don't know. Nobody goes to college with the intent to learn gender study. Yeah, I don't understand what the fuck that is. I'm safe and sound out here in the forest. No, fair point. Fair point. A part of why I won't go back to college is my first communication class required courses. But it still doesn't explain to me what the fuck gender study is, because I went to university, right? So at least okay, in Europe, college and university is very different. College is college, right? Like it's like upper, like higher education, but it's like low tier higher education.
Right.
If you want actual higher education, you go to university.
That's the same over here as well.
Okay. So I went to university. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time in college. I have like a goal to study history and archaeology, right?
Yeah.
I'm going straight to university. So what is the point of going and like wasting your money on something made up like gender studies?
Yeah, that I don't understand. But how people do it over here with
Mhm.
the college, you go to college 2 years and then you transfer to the university because you did like objectively, like, what you would want to do is get high grades in college
Uh-huh.
for 2 years and then transfer to university. It's less money spent in the US.
There's no such thing as less money spent on education in US.
No, it's actually less.
Yeah, but again, to me, okay, for a US citizen, yes, it might seem less, right? You know what's less for our understanding? A complete, fully covered scholarship. I had my studies covered.
Yeah.
I'm in no student debt. I had my studies covered just by working my ass off.
Yeah.
And by working my ass off, I mean studying. Gender studies is an easy course. It fast tracked you through the DEI hiring program. That's what I was thinking about.
Yes.
So this is why I'm saying, like, every time you go and look at a person who works in the DEI department, it's always white women with gender studies in their bio. Always.
And they cannot do their jobs for shit.
Oh well, you can scam other people with your degree and say how they're being sexist, but you know how to fix it. Over here, you go straight to university for 3-4 years normally. Yes, same. I don't get how gender studies became a course, but data science was rejected.
JD says in Australia they had that for like over a decade.
Oh, okay.
Wow, it's been there for a long time.
Oh, those guys with degrees were ensuring their chances of getting their foot in the door. I dropped out of cause I saw higher education for what it was, more of the same from my perspective, except I have to pay for it now. Local colleges are like 1.5 plus off versus most university, same level of education. Yeah, like the system in US, honestly, I think I would say it's like borderline extortion.
Yeah. Wait, feminist dance theory?
Oh, fuck off. That's a thing.
What?
What the fuck? No. No, I'm gonna just watch
So
the
you
video.
mean okay.
No, that doesn't exist. Yeah, higher education right now in the States sucks. Is become a grift. I don't even think it's a grift. I really think higher education in US right now is honestly extortion. Because let's be real here. Every single place you want to work at, they're asking you if you have a higher degree. But to get a higher degree, you need to literally go into crippling debt for life. But without going into crippling debt for life, you won't get the job. And of course, there's like exceptions to the rule of thumb, but I genuinely view this system in US like actual extortionist. Oh yeah, feminist dance theory is a real thing. Fuck off. And ultimately, employers won't pick you up anyway if you got a degree. They will instead demand work experience that's impossible to meet. Yeah, that's like a whole nother thing. There was a dude who wanted to hire a coder of a specific language, right? So for people who don't know, when you do coding, there's different languages like Java, HTML. Those are code languages. It's just different programs you use for coding. So there was an employer who wanted an employee for a specific coding language with 5+ years of experience. The dude who created that coding language applied for it, and he had 3 years of experience. He's the one who made it. The program didn't exist for over 3 years. Like, it didn't exist for 5 years. He's the one who made it. He would know. But he didn't get hired. The person who made the program didn't get hired because he didn't have 5 years of experience. This is how ridiculous this system is. Part of the reason of the cost of a university went up in the US was the heavy government-backed loans. The word dance haunts me now. What other feminist classes are not there? Feminist clay art? God damn it. Yeah, I remember hearing about it. The language was literally invented by the guy, but the employer wouldn't hire him until he had half a decade to experience. Yeah, exactly. Hence,
I'd have wrote out an email about, hey, bro.
no. It went viral. It went viral. Hence why people have gone into trades, even with college degrees. Higher education cake has been alive for a long time. Sounds about right. And look, I think higher education is not necessarily depending on what you want to do. Like, for example, for me, it was necessary because of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Try getting into archaeology without a degree.
You're screwed.
No one's gonna let you in on dig sites.
They'll be like, what? Where'd you go? Oh,
So the only way you can get on the dig sites if you have dissertations and papers.
Yeah.
Also, I can share an article about feminist dance theory if you want. I'll look it up later on. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Done with deep cut Porter reference. Ask me that. No, the box. Why would I want your tool? He was trying to give me the tool from his work.
Yeah, so I bought a universal U-joint adapter for my ratchet because I can get into those weird freaking angles.
He's been trying
3/8.
He was trying to show it off to me the whole day. He came back from work. I just came out of the shower and he put it like on my table. Just like because he wanted to show it off. I right now asked him for like a box, and he for some reason he thought I'm asking him to hand me his new.
You didn't even touch it. You didn't
I
roll it around.
did.
Feel how move it around.
Okay, that's
It
satisfying.
feels smooth, right?
Yeah.
It's clean.
Nothing's clean.
This is literally clean.
Okay. Doesn't help either. That's a lot of those professions are also incredibly tight knit. Most people who got to school for paleontology wind up hired by old companies instead. Yeah. Oh wait, you got papers for that bone artifact? It's too okay. Grateful.
You guys have dirty minds.
No, they really have dirty minds. Very naughty, dirty minds. I'm gonna just watch Asmund.
How does it feel to have this kind of validation? Honestly, it's upsetting. I never wanted to be this right. I never wanted this. This is just, it kind of just got put on me, honestly. Like, I didn't even want to, I didn't even want to be right. Like, let me go, sorry, it got reset. I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry if any person tells me anything else about the DEI, the whole DEI thing in US, I'm gonna look at them as like, honestly, you probably got dropped as a baby on your head.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to hear ever again anyone defending DEI. I'm not a perv. I don't have that mind. Good.
I hit the wrong thing. Let me go back. I'll find it again. Where'd it go?
Why did he just scroll by a picture of an adult farting in a kid's face?
What?
I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid to know.
That's some bullshit. Where'd it go?
If you have any self-respect, do not check his subreddit. It's the Wild Wild West there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Don't worry, they won't. They'll tell you about DIB. Same thing applies. Same thing applies.
Up? I passed it? Sorry, I'm an idiot. Go back.
He's intentionally doing that.
No, I don't think that... I feel like I would have seen it.
What is happening?
I'm a fucking moron.
Lifu drop baby discrimination. You really think babies are smart? Babies are dumb as fuck.
Give me a minute. Let me just do it this way. History?
Who word better? Lord Farquaad or the new Snow White? I think Lord Farquaad honestly slayed that look.
No, the history won't work because I was on the base page and I didn't open up the specific term. See, they're trying to shut it down because they don't.
Real talk, I actually was dropped on the head as a baby. Same was Zen had the same thing.
Don't want their...
Didn't you say your aunt dropped you when you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was like 4 or 5. Not a baby.
My aunt dropped me as well when I was a kid.
Damn, I guess this is much more common than we thought.
Yeah, no, aunts dropping their nephews or nieces is very common.
There it is.
That's why I'm a fucking fox girl online. Do you really think a smart person would become a VTuber? Do you think a person who wasn't dropped on the head would become a VTuber? At least I was dropped on the right spot. I ate my own poop when I was a baby. What the fuck, Pink?
Get exposed.
Lord Farquaad wears it so much better. He wore it better. Exactly.
Yup.
Wild West. Kind of like 4chan back then. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of 4chan, yes. You talk? Okay, no, I read that one. Lord Farquaad, the short king himself. Okay, maybe you guys are gonna judge me, but I really like his character. I actually like Lord Farquaad more than Fiona. I didn't get dropped. I just ate lead paint chips as a kid. Please say that's a joke. Remember this? The princess chose ogre over a short king. I don't think it's as deep as you think it is.
My mom dropped me and my siblings and we ended up autistic and smarter.
Based.
Wait, but John, you goon and hate, and you watch a VTuber.
Damn, I guess I missed the memo where I can get the model.
I was a genius till that time I fell off the trampoline that one time. No!
Wait. Oh my god, can we make like an isekai, a manga or a comic panel about me? How like I used to be an archaeologist until that one time when a blacked out sang the Backstreet Boys fell on my head and became a Fox Girl VTuber. Can we make that a comics panel?
New lore just dropped last.
Lifu Isekai lore.
Okay, and at least I'm based.
Nah, Shrek is keeping us short kings down. Lord Farquaad is probably one of the most memorable villains from DreamWorks. I like the fairy godmother.
I believe I just did art when I was small.
A black what? No one said black. You guys need a derpy fufu model enough for us.
No, you were blacked out drunk.
Yeah. No, I wasn't blacked out. Okay, I said we need a comic strip of an isekai story of me. The time I was an archaeologist, got drunk, thanked the Backstreet Boys, fell on my head, and became a fox V. The isekai lore of me. Derpy Chibi Lifu when? Never. Never!
Never.
Maybe in the future. I'm not gonna say never. Maybe in the future. I'll first we'll debut the outfits and then I'll work on it. Don't forget, outfit debuted on the 1st of April. For people who are new here and didn't know that, I swear I'm gonna post an announcement.
No one knew that until you just said it just now. You were supposed to have it as a surprise. We were supposed to tell them that it's just gonna be a normal stream.
No. We're supposed to make an announcement. I forgot. I was supposed to do it like a couple of weeks ago. Backstreet Boys, yes. I'd sign up for the free trial to Crunchyroll to see Lifu Isekai.
Don't support Crunchyroll, guys.
Yeah, don't. Oh, Backstreet Boy fell on my head, and then I got reincarnated in another world as a fox girl that rides cows. That reminds me of a
Demo Man from TF2.
Ah. Okay.
I know professions. 76.1% white
Oh, he's
positions,
rewatching it.
while racial
Okay, well, as a palate cleanser, it looks like he's rewatching it.
is alleged that this will get rid of black fraternities.
Oh, wait, what?
Believe-
Hold on.
White students at elite universities
Wait, no, I don't fuck up.
gained more in that same study. How do we know? Well, we can look at some other studies. Here's Forbes magazine. Who actually, this is what the title is, who benefits from diversity and inclusion efforts? Well, let's see.
Yeah,
It's
we've
cited-
seen this.
According to another McKinsey study, white
Oh,
women hold nearly 19% of all C-suite positions, while racial and ethnic minority women hold only 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, white women have benefited disproportionately from corporate DEI policies.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't let facts get in the way of your feelings.
Oh,
Let's look at Crimson, Harvard University. When we were studying diversity, equity, and inclusion in administration and the admissions process at universities, they went and asked white students whether or not they supported DEI. Overwhelmingly, they said yes.
Of course they did.
But let's see why. White students at elite universities tend to view affirmative action favorably, most often because they believe diversity benefits them personally.
They were literally already prepared to understand that they need to support DEI because it will personally benefit them specifically. Wow.
I haven't felt this good since I watched Tyler One's video of that molten core raid.
Salty bitch.
Why, that's the last time I felt this good.
According to the study published in the Harvard Graduate School of Education by Professor Natasha Warrico. Warrico interviewed almost 100 white students at Harvard, Brown, and Oxford.
To be fair, small sample size, but it's okay.
It was sometimes problematic because they saw affirmative action as something to benefit themselves, the white students, rather than a policy that was about justice or racial equality or access.
That's right.
Her research also demonstrated that white students typically believe they want admission to their respective schools based on merit alone. By contrast, many white undergraduates said they believe black and Latino.
This is like a comedy skit.
No. No. He said Latino and not Latinx.
Cosmic, where you at?
Cosmic, where are you?
Fact check. Fact check.
John,
man.
where are you? Johnny Ortez, where are you? Latinx.
How something phobic of him? Can you believe that?
Latino students benefited from affirmative action, and that's why they were on campus.
So all the white people are there because they deserve to be there, and all the black people are there because of DEI. Even though all the white people voted for DEI because it was good for them.
I'll rewind this for you guys.
Cancel the black guy.
Deserve to be there, and all.
Hold on. Here.
Latino students benefited from affirmative action, and that's why they were on campus.
So all the white people are there because they deserve to be there, and all the black people are there because of DEI. Even though all the white people voted for DEI because it was good for them. Yeah. Okay. Of course. Duh.
This is so fucked.
This is some weird roundabout, man.
Can I believe Lifu and Zen forgot I'm Latino? I thought you were Asian.
Dragon is not.
Cancel me.
Now.
Do it. Black dude better not own a Tesla. Oh my god. Don't even get me started on the whole Tesla happening. They're literally setting the shit on fire in the middle of other cars. Thinking there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me started on the shit.
All that did was reinforce racial stereotypes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm not afraid of the truth, but about 90% of what I heard.
Wait, did she just take a picture in the back?
No, even they're like sitting and laughing in the back. Did you see?
Yeah.
Look, they went from serious to watch.
Oh, I'm not afraid of the truth, but about 90% of what I heard from my Democrat colleagues was untruthful as it relates to this bill. And I'll go through in minute detail. So, for instance, it was alleged that this will get rid of black fraternities and black student unions. Well, that means you didn't read the bill, because in line 772, it says nothing.
Look, they're trying to hide.
Yeah, I know. She took a picture too.
They're trying to hide. They're like, oh, they're onto us.
In this section prohibits a state institution of higher education from complying with any state or federal law to provide disability services or to permit student organizations, including fraternities and sororities. That's right.
I love how, by the way, even at the highest levels of government, everybody's fucking retarded. This is what remember what I said before about how someone said, do you really think that everybody that's working in all these places is all incompetent and morons? Yep. That's about right. It's about the size of it. Yeah.
During the text.
Pretty much.
Again, individuals said that this was going to whitewash history and our ancestors.
We're not going to, yeah, that's right. It's like we're going to have this new bill and they're going to teach them that the South won the Civil War and that slavery was good. That's just, yeah, that's what's going to happen. It's like step one, step two.
Right? In our past. It was going to suppress free speech in the classroom. We were going to dictate what subjects we couldn't talk about.
That's right. You can't talk. If you say the word Martin Luther King, you go to in-school suspension.
Yeah. So they are heavily censoring it. And if you mention about the camps for Asians in US, you get kicked out of school.
What?
Yes.
Since when?
Since always.
We've talked about it freely in history class when I was going to school.
You cannot do that. They will kick you out of school under the disguise of causing a riot.
No, my teachers in both ones actually. The one when I lived in the other town and now where I'm at.
Ever since
Ever since this. Okay.
Yeah. So right now they're trying to heavily dictate. So in the past, they were trying to hide the camps for Asians, right? And slowly they were completely erasing it out of history books and whatnot. You don't get mentions of it at all anymore. Now they're trying to do the same thing.
With Martin Luther King and them?
Yes.
What?
And by the way, I don't think it's every single school. I think some schools are still trying to teach about it. But shit is hitting the fan. They brought back book burning and all that shit.
Wow, that's deranged, man. That's a little scary.
Let's also not forget that these are the same people who played Diddy's music during the election.
Ooh.
The YMCA moment looking better and better, huh?
I would simply say, look at line
Can't say Martin
768,
Luther King.
where it literally says nothing in this section prohibits faculty or students from classroom instruction, discussion, or debate.
Duh.
As long as the faculty member allows the student to express intellectual diversity. Equity.
That sounds really reasonable and totally fair. Yeah, it seems fine to me. What's wrong with that?
Is just a closeted way of trying to put in quotas. That's all it is. If you believe that a room full of 100 people has to have 13 black members because that's the breakdown of society and you only find 5 qualified candidates, how do you get to your 13-member quota?
Well, you take one of those 5 people and you fire them. You place them with a white woman. And then you replace all the rest of them also with white women too.
Bro.
Obviously.
You have to drop the standard in order to get more minorities in the room. Well, what does that do for the 5 members that got there based off their merit? What does that do for me, who has a Juris Doctorate, my wife, who has a master's degree, and has served in corporate rooms for 20 years? What does that do for me, who was already in the room? What happens is the other 87 members look at all of us as though the reason we're present is because of the DEI policies. You diminish.
And that's also from Harvard. He's talking about a study from 100 people from Brown, Harvard, and Yale. So, like, these are supposed to be the people that are smart. Like, you think about
Okay, going to Harvard or going to Yale doesn't mean shit. Most of the time, it means you just have money. That just means your family either has new money or old money.
Yeah.
That's all it means.
do a study on the 100 people.
There's like maybe like 1% you got in because of your GPA and the extra curriculum you were doing at school. That's it. Maybe was it 1%? I don't remember the exact one.
that live at Springville trailer park, and I think that you're going to get, imagine what that's going to be.
My presence there based off my merit.
Yeah.
Because you want to try to provide for a phantom land where every boardroom, every university, every classroom, every chamber should represent equally the diversity of the United States.
Well, the funny thing about what he's saying is the fact that it didn't even achieve that goal to begin with. So, like, it's not even that you're getting people in there without merit. They never even get in there to begin with. So he's probably pissed. Yeah, it failed. It didn't work. And so, yeah, no, this one is so true, though. I instantly question a doctor who's non-white or Asian because of this. I'm not about that, but like.
So the hospital I go to, I had only 3 doctors there.
Yeah.
And I love going there. Oh. All of them were, one was Hispanic. One was literally from Japan.
Yeah.
And one was Arab.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And yes, Harris did. She also used Cardi B, the person who was bragging about roofing men. She used Cardi B as a spokesperson and brownie points person to speak for her. And Cardi B openly brags about roofing men, and everyone's applauding because it's so stunning and brave that she roofied men.
It's crazy because I've heard that from like 7 different people. I have. Like, I don't think about it that way, but there's a lot of people like it's problematic. It is. It's very problematic. It's actually racist. That's why I don't think like that. I'm not like, I know some people, this is disappointing. I apologize. I'm not a big.
Wait, your doctor's name is Dr. Dre? Are you joking? Or like your doctor's name is actually that? Because that is so cool. I would go to that doctor just on the basis of the name.
And blast Dr. Dre music.
Actually, the doctors I have, like the Hispanic lady and the Japanese lady, like the hangouts I had with them while they were doing a checkup was actually so good. We're just chilling and vibing.
No, that's her name.
Damn, that's so cool. Cardi B roofied people, men, specifically men.
Yeah.
And everyone's applauding her because of how stunning and brave she is for that. So the long story short is she would do that to rob them. I would recommend watching a video on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My doctors I normally go to has like only 2 white doctors. By the way, I have no problem if my doctor is white. I just prefer going to a hospital where my doctor would I prefer going to a doctor where my doctor would understand based on my genes what kind of issues I might have.
Yeah.
Because it's a fact that depending on what race you have more like inklings of having something specific.
Big racist. I'm just not. I got a lot of jokes, but they're jokes. That's it. Like that's about it. And what Truth Bomb? Yeah, I know. I hate to let y'all down, but I'm just telling you that. Yeah. That's just give me my sub back. You're not even sub, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I love the fact that that's how it ended. I did prepare a palate cleanser because we will be ending the stream soon, but I didn't want to leave it on like a heavy topic.
Mm-hmm.
So today we are having a short stream, but tomorrow we're back to normal. It's only because we have a very early in the morning appointment.
Yeah.
My colonoscopy doctor name is Dr. Butts. Rio. Ew.
Wait. No.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to like have a straight face.
I'm sorry. That person chose to be a doctor specifically for colonoscopies, and he's like he grew up knowing his or her last name as Buds, and they're like, yes, this is gonna be a fucking 12-year, no, 8 to 12 year plan. It's coming together.
Well, to be fair, first you get into the medical field, and only later on you pick what you're concentrating on.
Oh no, they knew. They knew what they were gonna do it.
Hi, Oblivion. How you doing?
How you been, Oblivion?
But yeah, as a palate cleanser, I'm gonna play this. I feel all of you need a palate cleanser before we call it a night. It's a prophecy.
Yeah, 100%. It's destiny.
Kids being the creepiest little plebs. I think we all need this right now.
When 7-year-old kid pretended to put me in jail. Our conversation went something like this. What'd I do? I forgot to brush my teeth. You murdered a 23-year-old woman while she was jogging in the early morning.
What the fuck? Kids are really little creeps.
Yeah.
His license plate says...
So I shouldn't throw him in the fire? 3-year-old daughter holding her baby brother for the first time. My 4-year-old looked out the window at big snowflakes falling and said, it's so beautiful, like pieces of airplane.
My 4-year-old looked out the window at big snowflake falling and said, it's so beautiful, like pieces of an airplane falling from the sky.
Hey, yo.
Hi, Scorpio.
Hey, Scorpio.
Kids are freaky. Sometimes they really are. Someone who was a kid once, I can confirm this is true.
Bro.
Falling from the sky. I asked my girlfriend's 6-year-old daughter what she wanted to be when she grew up. She answered a lunatic.
Run.
I know what you guys are thinking. Do not say it in the chat. Don't say it in the chat. I will time every single one out.
My older brother once brought a friend home when there was no one in the house. My parents get home, having never met this kid, and he suddenly swivels around in my dad's office chair and shouts in his best Bond villain voice, I've been expecting you. When my kid was 2, he was scribbling on a piece of paper and quietly sang to the tune of Row, row, row your boat. Scrape, scrape, scrape your eyes today.
The fuck? Lifu, what are you saying? It's not like you sharpen pencil with your ears. Shut the fuck up. How do you guys remember that shit but don't remember the topics we covered? Like, explain that to me. You guys will remember how I put a pencil in my ear as a kid, but you will, for the love of you, not remember what we discussed the last stream.
Yeah, that's so bizarre, huh?
I jokingly asked what's the best way to get a girlfriend. 7-year-old's response, tell her to be my girlfriend or she'll never see her parents again. We were at a crowded funeral home for his great-grandpa's service when my son announced, here to see the corpse. 4-year-old.
Oh.
Great-grandpa's service when my son announced, here to see the corpse.
Brother. Collective memory. What are we talking about? I don't remember. I don't remember what happened yesterday. Okay. That's my new motto. Okay, Gub.
4-year-old boy looked at me dead serious and said, no secrets, no smile, before he proceeded to put on his dad's sunglasses and walk away. Sweet dreams. I don't have dreams anymore. My son.
Okay, the Loki that kind of reminds me of Zen. Zen is still having his teenage angst sometimes.
Nuh-uh. Lifu, no. I want to play games after the stream.
Son was talking about his friend, the upside down clown, while I was putting him to bed one night. Needless to say, not a fan.
Mr. Skinny Legs wants to find you.
Bro,
That was cursed.
I would call The Exorcist.
Is that him?
Ew, why is Ross's legs so skinny?
He needs to do some.
Fan?
Mr. Skinny Legs
Funny.
wants to find you.
It's like thigh, ankle. Just thigh and ankle. That's it. That's all he has. He doesn't have a shin there. He doesn't have a knee. It's just thigh and ankle. Everything is an ankle.
Later, realised Mr. Skinny Legs was the name of a spider on Peppa Pig, and my son was just quoting the show. But out of context, holy shit! My niece drew a picture of a man in her room that she kept telling her parents about. He had 2 different coloured eyes, and one was grey. When asked why it was grey, she responded, because he can see the storm coming.
Why are kids such creeps?
Oh, that's metal as fuck! My daughter had some imaginary friends for a couple years named Dodo, Ghana, and the Evil.
My daughter had some imaginary friends for a couple of years named Dodo, Ghana, and the Evil. Okay.
Turns out the Evil was actually a pretty nice imaginary friend. She just had an unfortunate name. Niece once exclaimed, "People are just meat with hair." I want to play Frozen, but only the part where the parents die in a shipwreck.
Okay. That's concerning.
Do you like burning? The new little girl neighbour. I want cereal. Well, I mean, that's not that creepy. No, the creepy part was that it was after I woke gasping for air because she held my nose and mouth shut to wake me.
Okay. Bro, I want that guy in my room too. Do a better weatherman than the actual weather report.
No. It goes the I am the storm that is approaching.
Yeah, had a fight with my 4-year-old one time. Through the angry crying, he managed to yell, "I'm gonna poop on your back when you sleep."
Okay, what's wrong with that? I say that to Zen every day.
We don't. I'm a little scared now.
I'm gonna go old Amber Heard on you.
Stop.
7. Dreamily and out of nowhere, today is the day I'm going to die. What? Oh no, Mum, don't worry. Not today, but on this date some other year. Awkward grin emoji! My mum once gave my 3.5-year-old nephew a pancake, telling him it was the last one. He picked it up, declared, the last pancake, alone and afraid, and then he shoved it in his mouth. 6-year-old daughter came downstairs from her bedroom and said, "Dad, I think Casey's dead." That's my 3-year-old daughter. Of course, I ran up to make sure Casey was okay, at which time my oldest daughter raided the cookie jar.
Absolute evil.
Wow.
Absolute evil. LOL, grossly fool. Well, you were quiet this whole time, so you don't get to.
He was driving.
Fine. Could have pulled over and said something.
With the 16-wheeler? Yeah, you know what? He's gonna do that, then set up his emergency cones just to text that, and then pack everything back up. Yeah, okay. Fucking smart, honey.
Can I burn Gran's body completely out of the blue from my 5-year-old? Gran is still very much alive, mate. Daddy, asleep, then pushing my head underwater at the pool. You know what? The more of these I read, kids are just real-life bastard Furbies, aren't they? The shit that...
Hey, I had a Furby.
Had.
Yeah, I had to leave it behind because I moved here. Remember? It was literally first gen Furby.
Yeah, guys, what the heck's wrong with you
I
guys?
left it behind for your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, she left it behind for me, and then afterwards became a VTuber.
No. I'm quite serious. I'll never get it back. I left it behind for your ass. First gen Furby. You owe me so much for it. I also left my Xbox 360 behind with 500 games.
You can get that back.
Mm. Oh wait, you still had it? Mine broke when I was 8. My parents got it for me pretty late on. And I would rarely play with it because I wanted to preserve it.
What was the color?
It was a white Furby with glitter, which is super rare. Cannot buy it.
Yeah, no, that's a super rare one.
Sounds like a you problem. That Furby was my best friend for quite a few years.
Yeah.
How much is a Furby these days? That one is thousands. And every time I check, it's sold out. Xbox 360 was the best Xbox gen in my opinion. 100% agree.
You just hit your head on the table for trying to pick up candy? Well, why are you picking up candy, bro? Eat some fruit.
You had a green one? I don't think the green one was rare. Hold on, let me see. White Furby with glitter Gen 1.
Yo, Jesse's gonna like call his hookos and be like, "Hey, I found one. Here you go."
This one. This is the one I had.
Bet.
I really wanted it. And did you know that they're all programmed with specific names? Each of them have their own name.
Really?
Yeah. My Furby's name was Lala. Yeah, you
Oh.
have to interact with them, and with time they tell you their name. So yeah, I would really love to get my original back, but that's impossible because I donated mine. There was no space in the suitcase before I was moving, and I had to donate my books. I had to donate my games, my consoles, everything, even my PC.
Yeah.
I only had the McDonald's Furby. No, but for me, like the Furby was my best friend for quite a few years, and I really wanted back. Wait, let me see if it's possible to. Hold on. What am I doing? I can just do this. Meanwhile, you guys have to look at it. Like, how much are they these days now? I found one for 200 bucks.
What the heck?
That's what I'm saying. But that's a used one.
There's the one on there for $14. Barbie first gen, go down with the purple box.
This one?
Yeah. That's not the same one.
Yeah, it's the white one. Mine was with the glitter. I had a blue one, but I gave it away to someone once. I knew for the kids to experience the Gen 1 because new Gen sucked. Yeah, my niece has the newer Gen 1. It sucks. Old toys are worth a lot of money, yeah.
Pre-owned means it's like opened.
Mm-hmm. 100 bucks if you check Etsy. 800 factory sealed, white one from 98. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the same one I had because I genuinely miss it. But that's gonna cost like a lot. Like the white ones are super easy to get, but the ones specifically with the glitter, good luck.
If I still have my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but my old Blue Eyes White Dragon, I had like 3.
You'll sell it so you can get my Furby back.
Babe, I can buy a car with that. I could buy 50 of those if I wanted to. It was first gen Blue Eyes White Dragon.
120 euro.
Buy it.
Yeah, it's a rare one, see?
Get it.
Ooh, every time I remember it, I get so mad at Zen.
Good night, Nate.
Hi, crew. Good night, Nate.
From boosters? No, I bought the decks.
Did you find my Pokemon card folder? Oh, that's another thing. I had to leave my entirety of Pokemon cards as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a no. Lethal cards over Furby. Not if that was literally your best friend for years. I assume from starter, not worth as much. I would not know about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards is something I don't know. What?
Found it.
Oh my god, wait. Jesse sent a picture of his doctor. Dr. Dre, yes. That is so awesome.
It goes up to $7,500.
But in mint condition.
First edition, Yu-Gi-Oh! Starter Deck Kaiba.
Hmm. I used to have a lot of original Yu-Gi-Oh cards and decks. Someone broke into my apartment and stole a ton of my shit. What the fuck?
No, India.
You really couldn't bring any stuff. I had to move from Southeast Asia to Europe to US.
Yeah. So all she had was a suitcase and whatever she could carry.
Yeah. Because originally I I didn't really want to move to US. If it's time to do.
How do you guys not remember she used to live in India?
I don't know.
Do you guys remember the part where she stuck a pencil in her ear?
They definitely have selective remembering. Like I lived on so many continents. I think they forgot themselves.
I think they just remember the curse shit.
Pento is a curse shit.
In your ear?
Okay, no, fair enough, fair enough.
No, that would have cost a lot to mail those things.
Yeah, it costed like several grand to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't have that kind of money because all the extra money I had, not even extra money, moving my cats from one continent to another was 15 grand. No, it was more than 15 grand.
Yeah, it was a lot more than that.
It was like 20 grand.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving my cats alone was a whole down payment on a house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so since we have quite a few new people here, we do have new people here, so you might want to tell the story about us.
Holy shit, yeah. Well, look, my priority was I will tank all of my savings just to move my cats. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna abandon my cats. I was willing to go into crippling debt for them.
Yeah.
I think everyone will understand my priorities.
I helped.
Yeah.
I pulled some of the strings I had for sure.
Then paid half of it.
Yeah.
Miss my Gizmo Furby. Alas, lost it in my teens when I moved to Gainesville. Don't live there now. Is why not worried about dropping the info. Okay, base. Pets are everything. Look,
Like,
pets. When you take on a pet, it's not some random animal pet. It's your kid.
yeah.
That's your baby. And I had 2 babies that I moved to Europe. Well, I had 3 babies. One of the babies, she wouldn't have been able to handle moving from continent to continent. She was very gentle. So one of our close friends adopted her. And without going into too much information, he adopted her because she was genuinely quite needed in his family at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they needed her and she needed them. So it was rough. I cried maybe like every single day for like a month over it.
Yeah.
And then the 2 boys, I moved from Southeast Asia to Europe. And now I'm going to be moving one of the boys from Europe to US because the younger boy, my mom wants to keep him. Which again, I have no problem with it because as long as it's with the family, it's fine. But I'm not going to just abandon them.
Yeah. Good night, Gab.
Good night, Gab.
Okay. So we're gonna, since there's quite a few new people here that we've seen that are still confused, or people that haven't been here for a while, forgot the lore, haven't told it. How me and Lifu met. I joined her esports org under the promise of playing Apex Legends competitively. Only hit semi or amateur. She was my manager. We talked.
I was a co-owner of the esports org.
Yes, co-owner of the esports org. We talked, and then we talked some more, and then we found that we like similar things. And then after that, she got single. I got drunk. I rizzed her up with my drunk rizz somehow. I don't know. And then we started talking about what we want in a relationship. And then we're like, yeah, we got the same values. Let's go. And then and then things hit off from there. Planned it out how we're gonna approach it. So that's the whole story about her leaving most of her stuff there and move back home and then go to the US. And she went here the first time 3 years ago for like a week or so to see how it goes. She thought I was like faking something. I don't know. She thought I wasn't real. She thought I was catfishing her.
Well, because we've never been
Ne-
face to face for that.
Honey, we literally FaceTimed.
Yeah, but it's different FaceTiming and actually being face to face with someone.
I don't think I don't think so, but okay. Um, and then she came here. We got married, everything, and now here we are.
Yeah.
That's the abridged version.
Basically, online relationships do work out.
Yeah,
As long as you're not a dickhead.
yeah.
Cats over Furbies, she made the right choice. I 100% agree.
I agree.
Why do I still have like the pings here? I hate when I have like the Discord pings.
Just mute it.
Or I could just leave Discord.
Drunk Riz Master Zen. She thought you were AI generated image. How?
No.
No. Before then, AI generated stuff wasn't the best.
No, it was already up there.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I'm crossed off the list.
Huh? I don't get
Long
it.
distance relationship. Online long distance relationship. Take them before family. I closed my eyes for a bit. I don't know how long I was out for the stream. The whole time.
Oh, the whole time already ending the stream, but you were
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
I, like, fell asleep.
Honey.
What?
With like.
Well, yeah. Honestly, you said Ahos cannot work online. Ah. Lifu, Zen Lifu, my hater stopped messaging me. I'm so sad. You want mine?
Oh.
Mine came back. So you're saying that I gotta be a gamer to get a girlfriend? Well, I'm not on a great start.
It couldn't fit in a suitcase.
Yeah.
She had limited space. Like literally limited space. It's like, okay, Alex, hack up your stuff that you need and then move. You can't bring your PC. You have to sell it off. You have to sell off your car. You got to sell off your materialistic things. Only get the clothes that you need, and then you got to go.
Okay, Kieran, good night. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Good night, Kyrian.
But no, I 100%, I'm gonna say I made 100% the right decision.
Yes.
Not to sound like a bitch, but okay, I'm gonna sound like a bitch. But if you take on pets and you just throw them out on the street or abandon them or give them into a shelter just because you're moving, you're a piece of shit garbage.
Yeah.
Sounds like I have a chance. Need to get good at the game. Sincerely, size leak, because never again. Oh, in league you will not get a quality girlfriend. Lifu is artist, VTuber model, rigger, pro gamer, esports org owner, archaeologist, singer, fashion designer, bartender, lore expert, motorcycle rider, cat mom, Discord owner, Twitch, and YouTuber. There's more, but okay. G thanks? What do you mean G thanks?
Give your pets to a friend or someone who will love them, or here's the idea: take them with you. Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to vet whoever. If you were to have to do that, then you have to vet who you're giving it to, like by the serious note. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta be like spending time with them like every week, all that stuff for like a year. Like you
And
can't just drop them off, you know?
and of course, if your pet is not capable of moving continents, you have to do everything to find an extremely loving family for them. They're your responsibility.
Yep. Kickboxer and cow rider, yeah.
Yes.
And cringe collector.
Cringe collector?
Yeah, the meme. And Jen?
I'm not a cringe collector. What's in Gen? Who said I'm a cringe collector? Ah, fuck. Okay. I just saw, right? I forgot.
Speaker of multiple languages.
Yes.
Actually, that's a common trait throughout the world.
Yes.
Did Leafus say any sus stuff? No.
Never. I never say sus stuff. Mike, come on. No trust in me? It's not like we'll say extra sus shit because you're not here.
Oh yeah, Mudang lover too.
Yes. Yes.
And so sharpener too.
I'll
Like we laugh and all that stuff, but honestly, like she gets ear infections pretty easily.
They said I can be anything, so I became a pencil sharpener. It's true. Americans are kind of weird that we only speak one.
Who's we? I speak two. I'm good. I'm learning a third and fourth. I'm good, bro.
I wonder. Okay, all the American viewers, how many languages do you speak? Don't lie to me. I would never.
Mike, Mike, Mike.
I would never lie.
Tôi không biết nói tiếng Anh, nói tiếng Việt được không? Mike, please. Vietnamese only.
Attempts to refute the no sus remark and gets yanked into the basement. I don't want any more pets. They all pass away, and I cannot take care of any more in my current state. Had found out my pet birds died last year during New Year's Eve. Yeah, that is understandable. Not wanting to take on more pets. That is understandable.
Yeah, no, that's 100% understandable.
If you wanted to be a pencil sharpener when she was young, I don't understand what Grateful typed. 2, 2, 1, only 1, 1. So I want to learn Spanish. 1, 2, if it involves booba, okay. 1 and a bit of Spanish, just enough though. Okay. Well, at least you guys have interest to learn more, you know?
Yeah.
My problem is when people know only one language.
See, can you?
Can I finish the sentence?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. My issue is when people only know one language and they act like they're better than someone for whom English is like their third, fourth language. That's my only issue. It's like people who know only English and they act like they're better than someone who knows multiple languages.
No, that's true. Can you read what Grateful say?
1 second. That settles it. You two are teaching me how to speak Australian.
No, that's JD's job.
Only fluently English, some Spanish, some French, and some Japanese. Oh, and bits and pieces of Chinese. I blame all the odd music and stories I seek. Hey, whatever gets you to learning, right? Just enough to get myself in trouble. Yeah, I dabble in about 4. Hell yeah. But yeah, Lifu is dummy mommy to the. Okay, so I'm a dummy mommy and I'm a findom. Okay. Australian speaks. Okay.
Okay, Grateful says, "See, can you read what I'm saying?"
No.
That's literally what he said.
Wait. My chat reset to top chat.
Up.
See, can you read what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to read it myself.
Jesse says too. English and American.
No. Let him cook.
Yeah, he hears the he hears the cocking of the Glock or any kind of firearm. He's like, yes, I know what you're saying. Yes, I understand.
Me who knows languages and uses the knowledge of both to translate other that are from Europe.
Actually, no, it does have its own language. If you hear a small handgun cocking, you're like, okay, I should back the hell up. You hear a shotgun cocking, that's when you run.
I knew it. You know nothing. But I definitely do want to learn other languages. I hate being monolingual. There's nothing wrong with it inherently. It's more if you want to learn more.
Yeah, it opens up the world for sure, though.
Okay, I understand speak, but what is that L337?
Elite. It's CS:GO speak. I mean, Counter Strike.
No, it's not. Maybe in America.
In the US. Yeah.
I want to learn Japanese, but I'm kind of bad at languages. Japanese is pretty hard to learn, by the way.
If Yasuke can learn Japanese in one day, we can do
No,
anything.
no,
We
he
still
learned it
going?
in a
No.
few minutes.
Honey, we gotta.
Yeah, can I finish reading the chat then?
You know what? You right. I understand. I apologize.
Oh yeah, I know 2 languages, English and American. Okay. Okay, grateful. I'm not gonna break my brain over reading your 2000s American shit. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Lead speak is so fun.
What the fuck? Yeah, run from the gun. But no, we'll be ending the stream now.
Yeah.
It's the only way to get a really good spooky folklore story. So much never crosses the language barrier. Yeah. Definitely missed something? You definitely missed a lot.
Viviet.
Okay, but we're gonna end the stream here. Dennis gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go edit. And we'll see you all tomorrow for the proper stream. Even though we
Yeah.
ended up being almost an hour longer than planned.
I blame Grateful. So, we would like to thank Sad Cat for the gifted membership, Jason for the support, Grateful for the support, JD for the support, and the first super chat. Congratulations, we appreciate the support. And on the Twitch side,
Filthy, thank you so much for the support. Gub, thank you so much for the support. Spin, thank you so much for the support. And Sad Cat, thank you so much for the support. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone, because that would be a yikes, and I would blame chat for it. I think I got everyone. Okay.
so thank you guys for supporting us.
You forget grateful?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he was saying me?
No, because I said I blame Grateful.
Oh, no, base.
So we appreciate everyone that comes or comes through a live stream or support us through videos. We appreciate newcomers and oldcomers alike. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.
They pray for silence, but they drown in the noise. Mouths running laps, never learning the choice. They build their temples out of paper and glass, then scream when the fire crawls up from the past. You speak in circles, I cut through the static. Every word a glitch, every thought automatic. Blind lead the blind, and they march to the beat of a signal corrupted, a lie on repeat. Turn down the volume, turn off the feed. Dumb fills the air like a sickness I breathe. They beg for wisdom, but worship the fools. Tuning it out, I rewrite the rules. I bring the silence, let the dead air reign. Drown out the static, let the white noise fade. No gods, no prophets, just echoes and dust. Tuning you out, cause I've heard enough. They fear the quiet like it holds the truth, so they scream out lies just to fill the room. Empty heads echo opinions on loop, dressed up like wisdom but stinking of crude. Every click, every sound, just a cog in the grind. A circus of noise for a carnival mind. I see the script, I know how it ends. No signal, no voices, just silence instead. Turn down the volume, turn off the feed. Dumb fills the air like a sickness I breathe. They beg for wisdom but worship the fools. Tuning it out, I rewrite the rules. I bring the silence, let the dead air reign. Drown out the static, let the white noise fade. No gods, no prophets, just echoes and dust. Tuning you out, cause I've heard enough. Static in the veins, white noise in the skull. They sell you the answers, but none of it's full. Mute all the voices,